It's the Willpower Lunch. Saturday afternoon at 11. Every Saturday at 11. Bum. So what's going on today? I gotta figure out what happened to Johnny Rocket last night. Apparently, because I posted today, I'm like, I'm gonna go live at 11. It's Saturday. Willpower Lunch. And then somebody says, what did they say? Mr. Chad Clamhammer at C. Clamhammer said, will there be a memorial service for Johnny Rocket? And so I skipped around. I did pop in and out of the birthday stream. I was mostly drawing last night. I am, after all, an artist. The purpose of this is making comic books, so a lot of times I'll have the stream on. I'm not always paying full attention. I'm sorry. All right. But I skipped around, and let's see here.
Yeah, he might get his records of jerking off at a courthouse expunged. But everyone's like, why are you defending that guy who was a pedophile at the middle school? It's very. My little brother said.
Oh, he was talking about a coach or a principal or something just before this. Now, someone said he was just drunk.
That's hurting me. I do not.
Oh, yeah, they were watching The Biggest Problem. The Biggest Problem in the Universe is officially Vito's problem now. And he had Billy the Fridge on his inaugural new chapter, the new episode of Biggest Problem. They brought up the fact that he probably should have restarted the numbering at 1 again, like season 2, episode 1. But he's going, 235. He's just going to keep those numbers rolling. He's going to keep Dick in the intro.
We have 52 people watching. Thank you guys.
Notice that something has changed about this show, and it's that
I did watch a good bit of the new Biggest Problem. You can't have 2 fat guys on screen. All right? One of you, you got a high energy fat guy with Billy the Fridge, who I'm just meeting him. It turns out he's been a while. I do remember seeing that People of Walmart picture, not knowing it was him. I've probably seen him in like 2 or 3 videos just since he's been around that long. And I just never really, because I got shit to do. I'm a normie. I feel like I'm the closest thing to a normie in this space sometimes. I am the fattest guy allowed on CG After Dark. I can't think of anybody else. Who else is fat and actually fat in DG or CG? Because like Ethan, people call him fat, but he's just a big dude. Like, there's... And honestly, I don't know, man. You could get in shape. We should have a Riley glow-up season. Like we're in this season of CG right now. And maybe next season, everyone gets addicted to fitness. I don't know. But... yeah, I don't know, man. I wasn't a regular viewer of The Biggest Problem in the Universe in the first place.
more beautiful and radiant than ever.
I do think Vito needs a different camera angle. I guess I kind of do too. I stick my camera right up here on top of this monitor, and then I'm looking down here at this screen or over here at this screen, and I'm wearing glasses, so I'm only like 30% as beautiful as I actually am in real life, you know what I mean? Vito, yeah, he's doing the same thing where he's like looking slightly down off Analyzing other people's streaming really makes me reflect on like what could I do better? What could I do to be more like Nick Fuentes, right? Because I feel like he has a laptop here, and then he has like a studio camera set up here, and it's catching it's catching a flattering angle. I have a lot of flattering angles. This isn't like the most flattering angle. He chain smokes now. You hear that is good for weight loss. It is an appetite suppressant. I just gave up cigarettes. I was never a chain smoker, but I do work in the restaurant industry. Johnny disappears with his camera on in the 3rd hour, so I keep on pulling his camera on and off until he eventually turns his camera off. I was skipping around and I saw where his seat was turned around, right here, and I was hoping to see a clip of him like falling out of the chair, but he probably just got up, I guess. Fuentes is a very complex setup, actually. Really? That's what I need. I need like a backdrop, like Tim Dillon has like his whole setup, but I live in a house with my family, so I get a corner of the basement to be my office, But prayers up to Johnny Rocket. I hope he is surviving the hangover. I usually do scrambled eggs over rice with a little hot sauce, maybe some broth. People underestimate the healing power of broth in the morning. And Fuentes pulls like $100 super chats. Jeez, I'm never hitting that. I'm never gonna be that fucking popular. But yeah, happy birthday, Clippa. I will eventually watch more of this. Johnny Rocket comes back here. Scribe jumps on. It was a little party. Oh boy, what's there to talk about? Spider-Man came out. I was going to do some show prep and make some notes about the movie, but I don't know. You can hear a little bit of the background noise. It's kind of tough to do that. I'm a father who actually likes being with his children and doing things with them. So the show is going to suffer sometimes. Sorry. Bookmarks. MySpace is planning to relaunch as an anti-algorithm social network. This is going to fall flat on its goddamn face. Guaranteed. The algorithm, I think people are dependent on the algorithm now. Set up, peep that. Hell yeah, man. Because does anyone even want to hear from their friends all the time anymore? Back in 2006, 2007, nobody really had smartphones. Only like 1 out of every 6 people had a smartphone that could cruise the internet. And so for the most part, when you left your house, you were interacting with other people. And so then you start up the social networks, and it's like an extension of that. Now I can keep in contact with all the long distance friends. Nowadays, I don't think kids even want to know their friends online. I'm pretty sure, they're just interested in messing around with strangers and shouting the N-word. There is a game I've chosen to play called Iron Strike, right? And Oculus is like a field day for pedophiles, I feel like, because I don't know, sometimes I'm in the rooms, I go into like this game Iron Strike, and they don't filter the chat. You know what I mean? And I'm listening to the voices, like I'm saying nothing. I'm saying like the minimal amount. Because I don't want anyone to know that I'm a 40-year-old man, who's gaining, pixels so that I can play with my, daughter and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, there's like 8-year-olds. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like Club Penguin was, I guess, back in the day. That's the last time, because, yeah. I always used to wonder, like, watching Chris Hansen, right? And Chris Hansen would sit this guy down, and he's like, you know, you were talking to this 12-year-old. You were planning on meeting up with this 12-year-old. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, what message boards are these 12-year-olds going on where they start talking to dudes like this? Like, it was mysterious to me. And then I start playing this video game, and I'm like, oh, this is where it happens, I think. But yeah, MySpace. The thing that made MySpace kind of cool was that you could edit the page, because it was like the programming was very simple. MySpace, you go to somebody's MySpace profile, and you can hit with a cool music. I was watching a lot of pro wrestling back in the day, so like I had like Motorhead, like Triple H's theme song popping on, and I had these like real emo pictures of myself, like with photoshopped, like, oh, there's a red symbol in my eye. I'm dangerous and mysterious. I'm a mysterious man who's capable of dangerous things. It's like, no, dude, you're 5'7", okay? You don't really know how to fight. You've watched movies, swinging a rake around in your yard is not martial arts practice. But, that was me back in the MySpace era. Back when I was freaking 18, 19. I remember. What else is going on? Jonah Hill is a Brazilian black belt now. Vasilis, I'll get on. We can be in our top 8, because who's in your top 8? I always had my girlfriend was number 2, and I always had my number 1, my boy Matt, okay? And I guess he's still technically my number 1, because he's the only person outside my family I communicate on the phone with recently. And then the rest of them were like memes, because like Cinnamon Toast Man had a MySpace page. Shit like that. Bacon had a MySpace page. That was right, like, man, the internet back in the day, back when it was full of whimsy, that was a time to be alive, man. We're never going to get it back. But Jonah Hill is now a Deadly Weapon. And he's going to be in a Jason Bourne style movie. Honestly, if he wants to really nail a tough guy mystique, he needs to post himself actually like rolling and not just letting, because that dude just let him hug him down, He's like, all right, I'm going to slip. I'm going to fall safely so Jonah Hill can show off. They're just going through the motions here. He needs to post like some competition. I want to see him straight up choking somebody out with their gi, because he's rolling gi. Which, with all your skin, you don't want to go no gi. You go no gi and you're wearing the spandex, and you're just going to look like a freaking mound of potatoes. You're going to look like a freaking California raisin rolling on the mat. So he's going to stick with gi. I want to see him choke somebody out straight up. And then he can do a what was that wrestling movie from back in the day? I swear to God, it comes up every now and again. But I did like half a season of wrestling in high school, and they showed me this movie. And it's about sacrifice. You know, it's about cutting weight. It's about monitoring your calories. It's about chasing greatness, you know. We need one of those. We need a new one starring Jonah Hill for this era. And it's going to be, you know, a 30 some odd, I don't know how old Jonah Hill is, actor known for being the awkward fat kid. And he's going to freaking shed that. He's going to get ripped. Okay. Jaden Smith's Karate Kid. I never saw that. Was that actually good? Because I'm like, I don't need to watch some black kid learning karate. Yeah. And then, I mean, Jackie Chan, it seemed sometimes if a movie looks more organic, I'm more likely to be interested. But if it's like we're making a new Karate Kid movie, Jackie Chan doesn't need to be there. I love Jackie Chan. All the love in the world for Jackie Chan. But like nobody knew who the hell Mr. Miyagi was when the first Karate Kid popped up. They didn't call Bruce Lee, or, you know, I mean, I guess Bruce Lee was dead. But they didn't call other popular Asian martial artists from that era to be Mr. Miyagi. Unless I'm just completely oblivious to Mr. Miyagi's, like, was he a well-known martial artist? Was he an action star before Karate Kid? I don't know. It's all right. It's pretty good if you like watching a black kid get the shit kicked out of him. You know what? That might be worth it. I'll watch Empire of Dust, right? Because that's the one about the Chinese Road and Rail Initiative in Africa, where so I'll get the Chinese businessman belittling actual Africans, and then I'll send an African American to China to get his ass kicked by Chinese kids. Jonah Hill as Miyagi. You'd have to get a Chinese kid, because you can't have a white dude be the teacher. Like, you know, obviously you would think to get an Asian to be the teacher. But if we have Jonah Hill be Mr. Miyagi, he needs to, like, take it under his wing like a little Chinese kid. Maybe, like, okay, here's the plot. Jonah Hill reaches the pinnacle of, you know, American martial arts, and then he travels to China to start a dojo, and then he can meet a Chinese kid. It could be like a super pro-China propaganda piece, and it'll make all the money overseas. Steven Seagal is Mr. Miyagi. So then it would be Steven Seagal teaching Jonah Hill. You got bullied off MySpace, Dr. Ben? What happened? Do I need to share the link around? Do I need to start a Power Lunch green room instead of just posting the link in whatever other random rooms I'm in? Check this stud out. So the hook is, I already knew the sprawl, right? Because it's this dude's takedown defense, right? Usman, was it Nurmagomedov? Nurmagomedov? So is he, oh shit, what's the other guy's name? I'm going to kick myself later. Anyway, the other Nurmagomedov, is that like his brother or something? Cousin? Let's see this takedown defense. So immediately I noticed, the first thing you want to do for your takedown defense is be huge. Okay? You want to be monstrously strong. So, I mean, before you attempt this, I would put on like 50 pounds of muscle, maybe wrestle a bear or two before attempting this. So the dude's got his leg. So somebody shoots in and grabs your leg, and he is able to reach over and hook his thigh at the hip. And from there, you keep that one arm like a hook, like you're hugging a tree trunk, and use it as an anchor point to maneuver yourself and make sure you don't get taken down. It's kind of brilliant. But 99% of the human population is not going to be able to employ this strategy. I'm definitely not. If somebody shoots in, because once again, I'm 5'8". Somebody shoots in on me like that, their shoulder is going to be like up past my belly button. I'm not going to be able to like hook their goddamn hip. I'm going to have to try to sprawl and maybe, try not to get raped. I try my best not to get raped every day, you guys. It's worked out so far. 0 rapes. As an adult. Oh, this was fun. We'll watch this and then
You guys.
take a moment. Find peace before we talk about Spider-Man.
Oh, fuck, I love you guys. Oh.
Let that frog venom reorganize your soul. I'll go ahead and post the link.
Just in the head. Always in control. Always. No, déjame ir. Ándale aquí. Yes. Yeah. Way to go, bro. Just relax. You're doing beautiful, bro.
There was a huge healing here that took place for sure.
All right. So I put the link. I went ahead and sent it to Clippa, and I put it in the Goth Night green room. Who else wants to do DMT, man? Yeah, is this footage of Reverend Self-Destruct at the last Goth Night group session? Yeah, man. That was him. How crazy. I don't know. I love Goth Night. Definitely tune in every Sunday night. It's a good time. Dun, 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 dun. I don't have any like clips of Spider-Man, so I might just hook up my tablet. Maybe I'll draw Spider-Man or something while we talk about it. I'm going to use my video. I'm just going to throw this up anytime. I'm going to have a few of these videos probably uploaded. of my my waifus telling people to be patient. I gotta get an intro. I just gotta. All right, let's remove that. Let's. Share my tablet. I was getting back into Revenant Steel yesterday. I changed this dude. He was, I had a dude putting on his armor over there, right? Because I'm like, do they have time to put on their armor before they get out the door? Because they got to get out the door, man. Perry the Paladin here, he is trying to hustle people up. They're waking up out there, guys. So I put a guy. He's rubbing the oil and the pitch onto his sword so that it can stay lit, so we can freaking execute some demonically imbued corpses. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to get back to that a little bit later. Dun, 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 dun. Where am I going to draw Spider-Man? Perry the Paladin. I call him that when I talk about, it's not his action. People aren't going to call him Perry. Should they call him Perry? I was thinking about calling him Peregrine, like as a Lord of the Rings throwback. Name a bunch of my main characters, because it's tough coming up with names. You know what I mean? Let's see, who's joining me here? Dr. Ben.
What is up?
What is happening? Did you see Spider-Man?
No.
No?
I did not watch Spider-Man. I have. I mean, I've seen the old Spider-Man movie.
The one with Tobey Maguire?
Yeah, I've seen all the other all the ones I think leading up to this one, but I haven't I haven't watched this one yet. The Brand New Day is what it is.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be what is that the thing where like all the stuff like it was like him and Mary Jane were like no longer he made a wish with the devil or something so that they wouldn't be alive anymore or wouldn't be together.
Welcome, Clip Up.
Yeah, I don't really. Oh geez.
I sound all right?
You sound great.
Cool.
There you go.
Just got back from my morning walk, boys.
And pump some iron.
So
Nice.
I've been up all night drinking tequila. Actually, I've been drunk since like yesterday at like 6 p.m. riding it with monsters and water.
Dude, that's the way.
Lots of Epsilon tequila.
Yes, Espelon tequila.
Ray put me onto it like 2 days ago, so I've started drinking and working out. I'm like it's funny you were like, what if Clipper got in shape?
Dude,
Hell yeah.
let's do it, man. I loved my era where I was like super into fitness. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm in my comic book era. I'm rediscovering my original, my purpose in life, to entertain, to create stories. But for a long time, I ignored that. But I wasn't doing nothing. I was doing a lot of, recreating the workouts from Rocky IV. You know what I mean?
Like chasing chicken? Is that...
Dude, you got to chase chickens. You got to run backwards up the stairs because you got to train that chain of muscles in your legs, But I was doing the dragon flags where you put yourself on a bench and you hold it so that you can bring your whole body up, you know what I mean? And lower it down slowly, you know what I mean? Like trying to convince my wife to smack my stomach fucking with a hammer.
Nice.
I had a tire with a rope and I would pull the tire backwards like a sled. And people were like, man, COVID's fucking killing everybody. And I'm like, that's because you're fat.
That's good.
Get your mind right. How about you step
True.
outside and get some vitamin D? Pull a tire. Come out here with me. Why don't you live my life?
Pull a tire like fucking Batman?
Yeah, dude.
Like, why you pull a tire?
If you can
around?
go get a tire cheap, I bet you could find a tire for free. And then you literally have a fucking workout tool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like I would be worried with the tire. Like it's a big tire, right? Like it's not.
Yeah.
Like just,
It's like one of those that is on a truck.
yeah. Like I like that idea, but I would feel like anywhere I'd be able to do it would have to be like outside.
Yep.
If I was outside doing it, then other people would see me
Yep.
and they'd be coming over and they'd be wanting to start fucking around with the tire and
Oh
asking.
no,
me
they
about-
get scared. You can see them watching from the windows.
Oh, there's,
I'd have
there's
my
some that
shirt
come
off.
over. There's
You
some
know what
that
I
get-
mean?
I know, yeah, they're. I mean that's the other thing is they might be in there calling the cops. Then he's out there dismantling cars, stealing tires and whatnot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like going in public with it is my fear. Which I mean, obviously, if you're flipping tires out there, you've overcome.
Oh
the
yeah,
fear.
dude. No fear. So I'm gonna draw the Hulk
Right.
first, since he'll be
Hell
the
yeah.
biggest part of this picture. I'm kind of making this up as I go, but let's do the Hulk with the Punisher down here. I could put the Punisher in the foreground, like shooting at him, because then I could draw a gun, and people love looking at guns.
Guns are good. They are.
One day I'll have guns.
Dude. Fucking lethal weapon.
Man, my arm gets all fucking wobbly like in the 40s, and then I can't keep it straight, bro.
Yeah.
It's so fucking annoying.
Hell yeah. Well, shit. Well, so what's going on with super killers? It's at
At the printers, man.
hell yeah. Coming along. Should be,
Yeah.
are you you're
The
I was gonna
bottleneck's
say
not really
the-
our fault
Yeah.
at this point.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
see how it goes. What were you
Oh
gonna
no,
say?
I was just wondering. I'm not even sure like where it's like what the point is, because I knew like he was like recoloring some of Super Killers or something, or
Oh no, Super Killer is like an inferior, shitty thing that Vito's doing. Super
Yeah.
Killer is
Yeah,
a
you were-
good
did I-
project.
I may have misspoken.
No, yeah.
I'm often
The guy who's recoloring everything is the fat retard. And our book is finished. It's just all the post pre-press parts of it where they're not hitting the print button fast enough. Hit the
Yeah, what
fucking
the
print
hell?
button faster, you know?
That's my worry, because I'm lettering, Revenant Steel, the preview issue, and I'm like, okay, how much time do I need to give the printers to actually print the damn thing? Like a month? I was thinking a month.
It really depends on the printer you go with.
Yeah, I found a place here in that's local in Columbus that said they can do it.
right on.
We'll
Yeah.
see, man.
That I was looking at to get those like holochrome foil cover things, right? Because like with the Vasilis cover, I gotta do like like a legitimate like Eisner Award winner kind of cover, like you get the
Right.
regular covers, of course, they're nice and like stiff, like a regular comic should be.
Yeah,
Like
with that Vasily cover, you want it to shine.
exactly. You
You
gotta
want it to
gotta
really
have
pop.
the hollow foil chrome, and like that's what he had. The guy on there had if you need it right now, you need it within 10 days, you need it within 5 days, whatever it was, right? And they you can get they'll charge you more or whatever, a rush fee, but like a month is usually like a good, if you send the files to them back. That sounds it's
Under promise, over deliver, right? So like if you think it's gonna take you a month, tell people it'll be out in 3 months. I knew
Right.
my comic would be done in 4 months, so I told everybody it'd be done in 4 months. And now I'm late.
Mm-hmm.
So You know, I should have said 6 months. Then I'd have come in maybe a month early. Type shit.
Right.
It's about managing expectations in any kind of productive field. Like artists are generally process people. Like for you guys, it is about making the art. But once you move out of process and into production, you have to like understand that the production pipeline is mostly customer expectation management, making sure that the people who are expecting your product expect it to come later than you can actually send it to them, so you can get it to them early is a big deal. So,
Absolutely.
like you buy shoes online, right? They're going to tell you it'll be there in 2 weeks when they know it'll be there in 7 days. Because if anything happens and it's there in 11 days instead of 2 weeks, you're still early. So,
Yeah. So like plan ahead.
lie to everybody.
Lie and plan. Okay. I dig it. I mean, it's worth a go. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Now, Clippy, you saw the old Spider-Man movies, I take it. You saw the Sam Raimi movies?
I've seen every Spider-Man movie but this one. Don't have a car and don't want to walk across the highway down the road and go to the theater, so.
Oh, I hear you on that. Freaking, I don't know, man. Everyone was saying how good it was. There was definitely a lot of good stuff about it. I still think the Raimi movies were better.
Oh, I'm sure they were, dude. There's something about it, the heart that movie series had. It's hard to even the third one's like pretty good. It's pretty good for a bad movie.
I went on so many rants about that third movie when it came out, man.
Like mad at it?
Oh God, because at the time we were getting some high quality movies.
No, I mean, I follow Spider-Man 2, you know, and that's like a high bar in the superhero world.
Spider-Man 2 was a high bar, and it's like, okay, the X-Men movie came out. It had a lot going for it. The X-Men series was great, in my opinion. And it's like, it kind of went up from there, because we were getting Iron Man. Iron Man was 2008. And I guess, that came out.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3 is like 2007, huh? So
no, Spider-Man 3 was more like 2010.
2010, okay.
2010 or so.
Garfield was 2012, so...
Yeah, Garfield was 2012.
Yeah.
We had a random side thing. We had a cartoonist convention at the hotel this past weekend. So I'm talking to these dudes and I'm showing them Revenant Steel. And I'm like, dude, why aren't you up there with us? You know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. Because these guys are like cartoonists, like comic strips. And so, yeah, I'm better than every one of those people. You know, I was tempted to put up a sign at the bar and say art contest, beat the bartender at an art contest. And I would just freaking whoop all of them.
Let's go. That'd be good. That's like pool hustling, but for pencil people.
Exactly.
You fucking get their ass, dude.
But I didn't have any takers. You know, they were busy schmoozing because they were telling me it was like, this is the Oscars of cartooning. I'm up for cartoonist of the year this year. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, what are you drawing?
With Stone
like,
Toss there? He should win.
And he's like, I do one called Wallace the Brave.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, I'm big with third graders.
Amazing.
And I pull up his Wallace the Brave comic book, and it is like kind of, I don't know. He might watch this. I gave him my socials. I'm like, check me out, Will Studios. You know,
pulled it up and you loved it. You were like, wow, this is awesome. I could see how you're in the running for Cartoonist of the Year.
It's like, dude, if you could kick this up like several notches, you might be able to get to Calvin and Hobbes. You know what I mean? Because this Wallace the Brave person in this 4-panel comic strip, his father was upset because he drew a big monster on the side of the house. You know what I mean? And so I was just kind of like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
It's a little Dennis the Menace-y, right? Like,
little Dennis the Menace-y. But yeah, I don't know, man. Calvin would clown on that kid. 100%.
Right. Let me grab a cigarette. I'm going out of town, but first I have to wait for my package to arrive, my birthday gift.
Dude, I switched to this thing. Huh?
Did you catch the part of my show last night where I said what my birthday gift is?
No, what's your birthday gift?
The $235 copy of Xenotype off eBay.
Oh,
You
no.
got Xenotype?
Yeah, so now Liam can actually say it sold for that.
Excellent.
I'm a fucking hero and a scholar, sir. I'm the biggest supporter of Liam Gray this month.
That's
That's
great.
indisputable.
Because do any of those sell?
No, fucking of course not. Never.
I'm like, are there only like 5 issues in circulation or something?
Yeah,
I have
think
no
Ethan
idea.
burned most of them. It's like the gold book is like 1 of 8, and I think Ethan like burned 6 of them or something.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah, I have the gold edition, which and I have the whatever silver edition. However, he broke it up. One of them is the Korean style one that you always hear about that was printed backwards.
Oh, right.
So I'm
Which,
gonna
was
have
it
that.
actually a misprint or was he doing it like manga style?
No, it doesn't like read backward. It's every page was printed in the wrong order.
Oh, so it's literally misprinted.
Like he just fucked it up like an idiot. It's awesome, dude. So I'm waiting for that to show up before I can have a buddy come pick me up and leave town. So I was watching your show on my walk up my famous hill.
It's a good move.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Let me grab a cigarette and I'll rejoin
Go
you.
for it.
it's good.
Watch
It's good you're not
this
smoking
thing.
inside. Good he's not polluting the inside with the.
Oh, no, he's coming back to the chair with the cigarettes, I think.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. I was like, well,
He owns his own house, you know, so I think he gets to smoke inside.
right. I tried it. I had a cigarette the other day. Didn't even like do anything. Like usually, like if I have one, I haven't had one in like months or whatever.
Your
You know, like, I'll
kind
have
of
it and be like-
swims, you feel a little more awake.
Right. I'll have them like, oh, that's a cigarette, but like nothing.
I bought this thing because I guess they fixed the vapes so they're not giving you popcorn lung as much.
What's the fun in that?
I mean, I'd like to live.
Nah.
I have these things called children.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like-
right. Responsibilities and stuff.
If I'm not around to protect them, okay,
Yeah,
they're going to end up with some Indian dude. You know what I mean? They're going to
That's-
end up with some
that's fair.
Haitian, you know?
yeah, you're tethered to this mortal coil. I'm
like,
not.
good Lord. And I can't, you know, I see clips online. I saw a clip today of this dad literally laying on top of his daughter so that he can get the cell phone out of her hand. And he's like, give me your password. She's like, no, I don't want to give you my, give me your password. And I'm just the whole time, I'm like, good Lord, what is on that phone? How do I avoid this? How do
Yeah.
I avoid all that? You know?
That seems like, I mean, well, I can understand like wanting to get to their phone or whatever, like that, you know.
I'm thinking she
it's
was
not
messaging some people, or she was, you know,
Yeah.
he may have discovered her profile somewhere. You know,
Awful. Yeah, what are you gonna do when what is it, the gay son thought daughter thing? What are you gonna do when you come to that?
good Lord.
How are you gonna deal with that,
Call
bro?
cops.
Part of me is like, because I
They're fine.
disassociated early on in life. You know, maybe I'll just do it again then. You know what I mean? I'll just be one of those dads that's like, you know, I'll be in my office.
beer in hand, you know.
Yeah,
Got a nice
just-
recliner chair in there now instead of a desk chair.
What is it now?
I'm watching the game.
God damn it. You're the one that did this. Okay? I didn't raise a mud shark. I don't know.
I
She
gave
may-
up my life so
Like-
you could go out there and sully yourself with the dregs of
Ruining
society. Raised you better.
I like how that Hulk's coming together. Reminds me of
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite Hulk cover.
Oh, and
Dude, the Hulk is so much fun because you get to push the anatomy and try to make sense of it. You can tell like some Hulk artists have a real hard time making sense of it. You know, you got like who was it that drew like a really? There was somebody who drew a really trim Hulk. They drew Hulk like Savage Dragon. You know,
I feel
Was
like
it
that,
Eric Larson?
maybe that was it.
him or
I,
maybe that Purvis guy. I don't like there was like old
He
artist.
had
named-
like a real cut chin. He was like a handsome Hulk.
yeah,
I'm not
or
sure.
Wait,
I've really
you're
only read Immortal Hulk. Like, speaking of, isn't it awesome that we have fucking Joe Bennett around now?
oh yeah.
On the winner's side.
That is pretty cool.
I'm waiting for his first trash cast appearance. You know,
Does he speak English? Do we know that yet? I've only seen him in like Brazilian.
I'm gonna go with no, and I think he's also hard of hearing, so like
Okay.
like
so he might not be on trash cast.
and
That's
loud.
perfect. That means he
Like-
can't be scared away by all the things I'm saying.
You work very good, Draw Hulk. Very good. I like you, Joe. Good job.
Bueno trabaja.
Bueno
Trabajo.
Hulko. Exactly, and yeah, bueno means good. See, that should. What means bad?
Mal
Puto.
something. Mal is the prefix for bad in Spanish. Word
No bueno.
languages, right?
No,
No
oh,
bueno trabaja.
No bueno.
I had to fire this lady from Five Guys one time. Her name was Maria. And I call the number she gave me, and I'm trying to explain to her not to come to work.
Oh,
And she 1000% thought I was calling her in to work. And there were also 5 Marias living in that house. I'm like, no, the old Maria.
They all come in for a job, and you have to send all but, or you send one of them home. You keep the rest of them higher.
I just let them work out of guilt. I'm just like, all right, well, you can do some dishes or something. You know what I mean? God damn it.
right.
There's something you can do.
They didn't pay me enough at Five Guys for me to
Man, I'm so
stay.
glad I never had to fire anybody at Jimmy John's. When I was working
Yeah.
at Jimmy John's, is when I was, like assistant managing them. So I did Jimmy John's for like 5 fucking years, dude.
There you
From
go.
high school to when I gave up on employment in the real world. 3 different states, 4 different stores: Nevada, Idaho, and Louisiana. And I would instead make employees quit. I would
Yeah.
just make it so much harder for them to sustain their job that they left. It's way better than having to fire somebody.
Over the phone, fire somebody too. That was tough. I
Very
had this.
impersonal.
Yeah. I love like, because so there's this one dude who was like super cocky, and he was always just like having an attitude. And at one point I had to take him aside and be like, dude, you're not even my best fry guy. You know what I mean? Like, think about that for a second. You're 27 years old and you can't do the fries the way I like them. And you're going to be cocky like this. You're going to have this fucking attitude on the line. You're going to piss off my hardworking Mexicans,
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it.
I had a lot of that to deal with because like you have I mean, this was 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016. So back then it was me, basically a child, telling all these adults who never aged into an actual job
Yeah.
what to do all the time. And then we'd always have some shithead like in khaki fucking joggers vaping. Like, and that guy would piss off all the old people that I actually needed to run the store.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would have to deal with that guy. This one fucking kid, Austin, would do donuts outside. He'd like burn rubber when he leaves the job every day.
Hell yeah.
And we had a dental office next door to us in the plaza that would complain about them every fucking day. So I used that as an excuse to be like, "Hey man, you're not allowed to park in our parking lot anymore." So he would hike up to the up the hill at the Walmart. He'd park his car in the Walmart parking lot, and then he had to walk like 10 minutes to the store instead of parking there. That was a good one.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that kid acted like what you were just describing. Like, hey man, you're making it hard for the adults to work here because you're being an annoying douchebag. And we don't need you as much as we need them.
Yeah.
They have-
Like, you're not important.
Yeah, they're allowed to park here. So I
I'm
don't
hitting on the 17-year-old girls. Look, the 17-year-old girls bring people in the building, okay? The Mexicans cook the food. You're going to need to find a place where you belong, all right?
Yeah. Sweeping the lobby all day.
Sweeping
That's
the
where
lobby.
those guys belong.
I have this autistic kid with his social worker coming in every week, checking in on him. He cleans the bathrooms. I mean, he doesn't actually clean the bathroom. He drools and he stares at people, okay?
Yeah.
I had an incident because this dude, his name was David. And yeah, like he had a lady that came in every week to, check in on him and stuff. And we had to babysit him for a while. Okay. Put a hat on him, have him wipe down tables. He was like heavily Christian. That was his whole identity outside of being extremely autistic.
Okay.
And he was just smiling and waving and staring at people. And at one point, this dad who's there with his kid is like, "Hey, man, do you got a problem?" And starts getting into his face. And I had to go out there and like stop him from beating the shit out of this kid. It's like, no, he's not staring at your children. I mean, he is. He's not, doesn't mean anything by it. You know what I mean? He's harmless, I swear. It's like, David, get in the back. Go do some dishes.
He's just staring at your children because he likes them. That's all.
He's happy. He's literally just happy to see a family enjoying themselves. And that's the love of Christ, sir. Beaming out through this autistic boy at you and your family.
Well, that's better than the other way you could have gone, which is Reddit atheist.
Yeah.
When you're severely autistic.
Dude, and I loved my atheism era too. Because I grew up in a heavily Christian area. It was like 80% Christians. They were like high school. Like, dude, you should come to Firepower. We're going to have a bonfire and talk about Christ. I'm like, oh, yes. Okay.
Jesus.
Like, that's all bullshit, right? I was raised Mormon, and I rejected that shit immediately.
Oh, okay, I see it now. I see you now. Being from Nevada, I saw a lot of Mormons. They all
No, I was in Virginia, and I didn't even realize because it was a Latter-day Saints church. I thought it was just a normal church, but they're talking about space. And then I start asking questions like, so is God going to facilitate me getting superpowers, or how does this work? You know what I mean? And
how do I get my own planet? Like, who do I...
Right.
There's like a ticket exchange here. There's DMV, or...
There's going to be some sort of rapture happening.
Yeah.
The guy that invented all that, they say he came from my town itself.
Oh, yeah?
That's what they say. The guy that invented it, and then Joseph still stole it from him.
Oh, shit.
By the name of Solomon Spaulding.
Huh. Never heard of him before.
Mormons are very odd about it. Like, they don't like to talk about it, but there's like a whole story about he was this guy that had the same kind of story of finding some tablets in a cave and shit, right? And writing stories about it, and old race of people here in America, and all the whole rigmarole.
Tartaria.
He was writing this back in the 1800s before the Mormons came, and he moved down to Pittsburgh to the same office as one of the early Mormon people, Rigney or one of them, right? There was they were all in the same office or something or other like that. Solomon Spaulding eventually died. His manuscript about this disappears, right? But he has he's a writer, has all these manuscripts. Mormon stuff starts. They get it back up to Conneaut, the missionaries. They get here, and the people are like, "Hey, that's the same story that old guy. You remember old Solomon Spaulding? That's the same story he was telling about." And they're like, no. This is Joseph Smith. He's the Golden Tablets. It's Joseph Smith's story. That's where it come from. They're like, no. There's a whole.
Spaulding just wanted to cheat on his wife. Okay.
Yeah. He was just
this Joseph Smith kid. He knows what's up.
Well, the way in the Book of Mormon, it has the testament of the 7 witnesses and this 11 witnesses of these people that are like, yeah, we seen them gold tablets too, and it's all his brothers and friends. When they got up to Conneaut, they did the same thing here. They're all these people that are like, no, they stole that. They stole that from Solomon. They stole that from old man Spaulding. I know it. Yep, he knows it too. We all know it. We all know that he stole it. Yes, and there's books and stuff about it. I got one of them over here because I wanted to read the actual, because they have theological debates and stuff. But it's weird because even the people in my town are like, oh, about it, I guess. Yeah, well, the historians or whatever.
Yeah.
I was on a like the PBS, the broadcast, the public television stuff. That was my contribution when they did like a story about like the town. Like I was on there like going on about the Mormons. Like, so I'm saying like that's my contribution to public television. Like,
Yeah.
Solomon Spaulding being the originator of the Mormon faith that they stole from him, or whatever it was I was saying. Like,
Dude, and then it turns out that the angel was real, and the only reason he went to Joseph Smith is because you guys weren't listening.
we weren't doing it.
Yeah.
It's what I'm saying. It's you got to take the ups with the downs.
Yeah.
He had it, but they didn't listen. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder, because they found, like, they've got like one of the manuscripts from it that they found it in Hawaii from like some sort of like an estate or something, and like it's at Oberlin, and it's like that's what I mean. It's like they debate over it with it like influence the Joseph Smith stuff or not, and it's a whole the same thing with like any of these, any of the weird, like the small, like, what do you call them, like offshoots or sects or whatever of like religions. They all have like this bizarre, and any of this stuff. Think about what do they call it, the Scientologists. I mean, like, when you guys were growing up, did you guys see those they used to have like Dianetics commercials, right?
No, I know about Dianetics though.
Yeah, that shit used to be on the TV as a commercial like all the time.
Huh.
Dianetics, read it. I'm like, fuck, and it was the Scientology book.
Yeah.
See,
Like-
that's where, like, as a young atheist, I was, I would hear stories about little cults. Like,
Right.
you mentioned Dianetics. Joe Rogan talked about that and how he got Dianetics and stuff. But then he also talked about how his, like, the comedy club, the venue he was looking at originally before he got the mothership, it was home to, like, a cult, like some weird sex cult, where this dude, it was like a mega church sized place. And this dude was just fucking all these ladies and their husbands. He was like buck breaking the husbands and then fucking the wives. And then, I think about that and I'm like, one person can just hypnotize a ton of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a consistent.
How easy would it be for a charismatic dude to do that 2,000 years ago?
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at fucking YouTubers now. It's like there were claviculars and sneakos and Andrew Tates back then too.
100%.
Oh yeah, but it would have been like so much more immediate. You know what I'm saying? Like, your Sneako's running around, and like the way he has that like posse of people that are surrounding him,
Yeah.
it would have been like that, but like a mob, of like, and they're not gonna. How are you gonna know like what one end of the mob is saying, as
Right.
opposed to the other end? Because it's just there's nothing to write. Everything is literally word of mouth. Like that's so crazy.
That's why carpetbaggers were so fucking successful for so long.
Yeah.
Just town to town. You escape somebody's ire and investigative potential by just going 20 miles away. And now they've lost track of you forever, and you can start your cult all over again in the next place. Or
Dude, that was
or your
real.
shitty
That's when
business.
freedom existed in America.
yeah. Guys like Eric July would really thrive if you just threw him back like to like the 1803. Like he'd be the most richest boy in the West,
Dude, I'd be a goddamn menace. Like, if people couldn't like research me and know what the hell I was about,
Yeah.
I'd be doing dentistry somewhere, and I'd be a damn good dentist too. They'd probably never catch me. They'd probably be
Right.
like, his work is impeccable. His hands are so steady.
Well, fuck, dude. If you could draw like this back then, you just teleport yourself back then and just start drawing this shit, and you're a Michelangelo or a
That too,
you're-
man.
you
You
know.
gotta engrave it though.
I'm like, I was born talented enough where if I didn't have to compete with the whole world, I'd be like the best artist in town.
Right.
But then growing up, I'm like, we got a lot of people on this. Do I need to be making comic books? You know what I mean? And then the world suffered because I didn't make the comic books that should have been made.
Right. Yeah, that's the downside to being born with talent, is it's sort of responsibility.
Yeah.
There had been enough good comics out. If there had been enough good comics out, Eric July and the entire Rippaverse would not have been able to raise $3.7 million to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
you
it would
see,
have been
they
like,
would have, but I would have also made $100,000 on a random comic book idea that I had at the time, because I would be part of that massive wave. You know what I mean? But who knows? Like, I probably would have called out Isom a lot sooner. You know, if I knew more about it early on. Or like, what did Smiller have? That fucking, he looks like Captain America with a jacket.
Captain America.
Lone Star.
Yeah.
Heart of a Hero. Like, that thing made freaking $100K. Come on now. Revenant Steel would have pulled in $1 million if it came out in that era.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the thing to think about. Smiller's been around since the 90s, right?
Right.
Like, he's been around forever. Like, as long as, maybe probably, I want to say actually longer than Ethan, now that I think about it, because, like, Smiller is on a couple of those, like first books, like with Savage Dragon, like the Freak Force or whatever, or shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like right around the time like Cyberforce was coming out, or Cyberfrog was coming out, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure the exact year Cyberfrog 1 came out. Like, I'm not a, you know, I do like Cyberfrog, but I haven't gotten the full, what is it, the warts and all collection, so I can't actually be like a historian to say this is when it started, whatnot, you know.
Yeah. Cyberfrog 1 Harris Comics. Let's see.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Smiller's been around since then. Maybe a little before. It might be the same time as Ethan. That might.
I mean,
you know what I mean? He's not a.
Smiller's like, it looks like 96 is when the Harris Comics first one came out.
Okay. So yeah. So that's a couple. Like, if you look up like Smiller's first work, I bet it's going to be like 94.
I looked up Smiller, like that's his name.
Yeah. Smiller.
See, I know Mike S. Miller from that like terrible but iconic fucking image of the Superman punch through the Joker.
Oh, right.
From Injustice. Okay, yeah, it looks like his first professional comic debut was Triumph #1 by Malibu Comics in 1995. So beat him by about a year, it looks like, I suppose.
But he's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not, for being in the industry that long.
Yeah.
He's not a name that like anybody knows.
Nope.
I mean, he's worked on a couple of these things like that DC Injustice. I'm sure that was like a huge thing for him, but like nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's like,
he didn't do very much of it either, is the thing.
Smiller's working on the project. Shit, sign me up.
Smiller's get in on that.
He did the Game of Thrones comic book. How many of those did he do? I guess that's like the thing that, you know, most normies would know him from, if anything, is his Game of Thrones comic adaptation stuff.
Are those people looking at who's making the comic though? If that's like
right,
they're just
no, like unlikely, right? But
exactly, it's just, which I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, good for him for like not being popular, but managing to like stick around and hang on and still eke out work. But like
he like almost learned how to draw too since 1995.
At what cost? At what cost to his sanity and to his soul? You know, like trying to reinterpret the Bible by literally taking the words out of Jesus's mouth.
It's the book of God, the Word of God. So
book of pictures of.
Now it's the picture book of God.
But if he was a mute.
Oh man, dude! Looking at some of his like Clash of Kings work for Dynamite reminds you, like, oh yeah, he's just not that good. And it goes back to what you were saying, Will. Like, dude, if you were doing the Game of Thrones comic books in the 2000s, you'd be bigger than Smiller, bro.
Dude, easily. Not only physically, but professionally.
Oh God, dude. Look at this fucking. I'm gonna send you this cover he did. This is
Yeah,
garbage.
That's what I was gonna say. If we can bring up, I've never even seen the Game of Thrones comics. I don't know.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
can't imagine. Well, I can imagine what they look like without even really. I've never really watched Game of Thrones besides just watching like memes,
Yeah.
which I think I've gotten everything I needed to from it. In that, you know what I mean? Like, I saw that lady eating a heart or whatever, and I'm like, I can't imagine there's anything more in there. I don't care for dragon stuff. If I see big dragons flooping around and stuff, like,
Right.
it loses me. You know, I'm like,
Dude, Game of Thrones, the first 4 seasons were like, for me, because I love dragons too.
okay, that's
I'm
fine.
into the dragon shit.
I mean, it's when they turn up and they're like characters and stuff. where
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
not like a Smog fan, you know.
like there's
Yeah,
I want to like dragons, right? I think that's what it is. Is most of the times I see dragons implemented in a movie, it's not good.
Wow, here's another really awful fucking Mike S. Miller cover, dude.
Like dragons should almost be like that guy from Legend, that big devil, Tim Curry devil guy. But like
Oh,
dragons, I mean, they should just
Not
be like
familiar.
But it
you've
feels like-
probably seen the image of Tim Curry dressed as that devil, even if you've never seen Legend. I've never seen the movie, but it's
Neither
that
have I.
giant
looking-
horn red devil thing.
Okay, I have in fact seen this. That's Tim Curry, huh? That's the
That's
original
Tim
It
Curry.
Clown.
Yep.
Mhm.
Man, he's good as Pennywise.
One of our best actors, truly.
Hmm.
I've
Is he still
never
alive?
watched the Legend movie either. It has, what is it? Tom Cruise is in it too, right? I think.
Yeah.
But that you know what I mean? Like him in that devil suit is so just like iconic and commanding. It just sticks out. And that's what I'm saying with dragons. Like you need to have something like that where it's like people can't stop talking about it. Not like it's just like Smog and he's just a CGI. Okay, well, it looks good for CGI. Yeah, it's cool. But
When it had Benedict Cumberbatch's voice, you know, whenever they put like a British dude is the voice of a dragon, you lose a little bit of the mystique of the dragon. Like,
Yeah.
remember Dragonheart back in the day?
No.
Back in the 90s, Kevin Costner was a dragon slayer, and this dragon that lived nearby, he gave piece of his heart to this prince who was dying, right? So the prince ends up living as long as the dragon lives. The prince ends up becoming evil, but then, Kevin Costner has to kill this dragon. So the
Huh.
dragon,
Dennis Quaid, apparently.
Dennis Quaid?
I looked up Dragonheart Kevin Costner, and it's like the casting choices sparked a well-documented Mandela effect, where many viewers vividly remember Costner as the lead. It was Dennis Quaid,
Well,
apparently.
I'm from that timeline.
Yeah,
So
no
Dennis
shit, huh?
Quaid, Dennis Quaid, and the dragon had like a British accent. He like got to know the dragon, and I'm like, come on, what are we doing here, guys? He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they're friends now.
that's exactly what I'm saying. Like they destroy dragons. Should just be, you know what I mean? Like King Kong. You know, think has there been like a bad King Kong movie? A movie where you're like, yeah, King Kong sucked in that. He didn't look like a giant menacing ape. You know what I mean?
I didn't see the newer ones.
Well, I don't think they've gone backwards. You haven't seen any of the new ones?
No, the Kong, the Skull Island or whatever that came out, or the Godzilla Kong movies.
What about the one before that? The first new one by what was
I
his
saw
name?
the one with Jack Black in it.
Yeah, that was the first one, and then they started doing a whole. Well, that one was. What did you
That
think
was a
about that?
remake of the first one. It kind of drug on a little bit. I feel like growing up, you see a lot of the imagery from like the old Kong movie. And so going to the theater and seeing that, it's like, okay, well, you guys are updating it.
Right.
Better graphics. It's the same thing. I really like old-timey acting. I feel like anytime I watch a movie from like pre-1980, like the acting's just better.
Right. Well, they have. That's in the Kong movies. That's what they've got. Like Golem. Golem is King Kong, isn't he? Somebody,
Andy Serkis.
yeah, isn't he? It's like
Was he
it's.
King Kong?
I think so. There was somebody that was like that does the
Suit acting,
Kong. He's
motion
not.
capture.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah. Let's see. He is Kong for motion capture in the 2005 King Kong,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
produced by Peter Jackson. That makes sense.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like that. Like the monkey aspect is what I'm talking about. Like the story.
Andy Serkis loves being a monkey, bro.
Yeah. Like it's a good monkey. Like you see it and you're like, hell yeah, that's King Kong. It's not. You're not going to look at it and be like, that doesn't look like King Kong. That looks like just a little monkey. He's just imposing. And that's what I'm saying. Like with a dragon, you got to have like with Godzilla. Godzilla is like maybe the perfect example of a dragon to me. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah. Pure engine of destruction.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even a shitty Godzilla movie, you still respect him as Godzilla. You know what I mean? He's still like fucking blowing shit out of his mouth and like knocking over buildings and just doing shit. And that's what I'm saying. With dragons, they got to have that same kind of presence. It's not often not. It's overlooked or something, not captured correctly. It's just me like being angry about dragon movies, I guess. I don't know. every now and then, it just gets you. But
Fucking dragons, man. But yeah, Game of Thrones was great, but it failed to deliver on its promise of a massive undead army going to war with the united, kingdoms of the planet. This is where Revenant Steel is going to fix everything. It's going to be very cathartic for the world when Revenant Steel reaches its conclusion.
Nice.
Fine
Yeah, I'm
with
looking
that.
forward to that. I promise me a 12-year-old girl's not going to defeat the leader of the zombie horde and kill them all instantly.
There will be no 12-year-old girls
Yes.
in this comic book. The
Perfect.
only females are going to be whores,
whores.
like
Yeah.
or queens or something. I don't know.
yeah.
Still a whore. That's
Still a whore.
She didn't get that position through merit or college degree.
That's
I
right.
promise.
She had to be a ruthless harem member. You know what I mean? Like,
Hooah.
Clippa, are you going to the For the Fans Fest?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I was gonna say it.
dude, I just saw the post today. Matt Rumor was like, "Come see the new creators of Comicsgate, the people bringing new energy,
Oh, hell
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Clippa, Rockets.
You guys
Are
are
you
gonna
in-
love our comic.
You guys are all gonna be in the same table."
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, I'm gonna be running around doing like AV stuff for the most part, filming the banquet, running the live streams from the convention, all that kind of good stuff.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm a producer, which means I'm like a gopher for talented people.
I produce.
Yeah, man.
One of
I
the
like
things
the Hulk.
I'm planning is like Reverend Self Destruct is going to have like a
Thank you.
live stream going at some point during the show, but he's going to be in wherever, Texas or something, right? But we're going to have like the link so like people at the show could like join from their phone or whatever. It's probably best to use like headphones if you're on your phone, definitely. But I don't know. I think that would be, you know what I'm saying? Like people like at the show, like
Yeah.
nobody does shit like that.
So we'll have
And,
a
like,
real stage, and we'll have like an official live stream going through the website and stuff. But then there's also going to be little spaces we have cut out for people who can go and set up their own little live stream corner, call into shows from their phone or laptop, whatever they want to do. The convention has Wi-Fi,
yeah.
so there's going to be a place for people to call into shows like that. Katie Did's going to do a simulcast of the like main event stream since she can't make it. So.
Oh, okay.
That's too bad. She's right there in Virginia, right?
Yeah, it's like family stuff.
I guess, yeah, she's a mom and everything.
Yeah. It's gonna
Just
be too much
abandon your
fun for
family.
her.
It's fine. They'll get over it. They'll take you back.
Fan.
Do you really need them? You already had them. Now
Yeah,
you just
come
let them
on.
fend for themselves. I
If they're
mean,
not gonna, like take you back, do you really need them? Do you really need them?
Right.
so is this based on a scene from the movie?
A little bit,
Okay.
because at one point, Spider-Man, the Hulk's fighting Spider-Man, and then Punisher shows up in the hallway. That was in the one of the trailers.
Right, and then
And
he
that was-
assassinates Peter, like in the Ultimate comic.
Oh well, that happens way later.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know that's true. That's good. Shoots him right through the fucking chest, right?
Yeah. Well, not on purpose. You want me to spoil it for you or
well,
not?
he didn't do it on purpose in the Ultimate Comics either. I just figure they're not going to waste the chance to shoot Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
So-
you gotta shoot Spider-Man, dude. The Punisher has to shoot him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You feel a little bad about it afterwards, just a little bit.
Right. Oh, he doesn't give us a no. He doesn't do that this time.
He immediately starts crying. Just,
Peter wakes up and he's there like, ugh. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, the Punisher is in your hospital, okay? A known murderer, vigilante. You're just gonna let him post up outside Spider-Man's room. You know what I mean? Where are the police? I imagined that in the MCU, they would be constantly hunting for Punisher.
Right, because they are not pro Punisher in the Daredevil Born Again show.
No,
So
you're not allowed to murder people.
well,
Is the night nurse there?
I think
Her scene was cut.
Oh, but like conceptually, then perhaps
Conceptually, yeah.
potentially?
Because I saw a thing with Rosario Dawson saying that, yeah, I filmed a scene, but it didn't make the cut.
I'm sure they spent her time on Mark Ruffalo or something stupid.
Yeah, right?
night nurse, huh?
The night nurse.
You know, the black nurse.
That's right.
The nightmare nurse. Jeez.
The
Back in
can't
my
steer
day,
at
night nurses. Night nurses were something different back in my day.
nurse.
Well, yeah, no. Now that I think about it, like all the nurses I've interacted with have been very nice.
It's one of my favorite movies growing up. It was called Jailhouse Nurses. 6.
To 6.
Now that I think about it, I don't want to alienate any potential nurse fans we could have out there.
Yeah, that's- Look, it's an honorable profession. Okay.
Thank you for your service.
But yeah, man, Punisher's just sitting there crying outside of, Spider-Man's room like, oh, I can't believe I shot him. I'm like, somebody arrest that dude. But then again, I'm thinking, okay, you're a cop. And you're like, dude, the Punisher's right there. Do you want to arrest him? No.
No, I think I didn't see him do anything. Was the thing.
I didn't see it. What happened last time we arrested the Punisher?
Yeah, but I don't think that's him, dude.
Hail the chat. I haven't been paying attention to the chat. We got Subjugates hanging out. Peregrine ain't a bad name. I don't think it is. I think that's good. Subjugates has 2 tires you can have. We got Yoshikage Killer Queen, saying yo. And then a sunny day with a gray cloud is here. Ben, Imagine Dragons. He had to have said hi earlier, right? Huh? And then Zever Comics, Mr. Ryan Dubay is in the chat with the Nephilim comic book. Anyone who has not checked out the Nephilim, do so. I am not providing a link. You're going to have to Google that one. Google Nephilim Fund My Comic. But yeah, man, would you really want to be the officer who's like, hey, I need you to arrest the Punisher today?
Well, and they're all pretty pro Punisher, right? Like,
Yeah,
cops,
I guess
corrupt
so.
Cops.
Be like, I'm going to pass on that. I'd rather go into a dangerous neighborhood and start arresting crackheads, which I also don't want to do. But I'd rather do that than try to arrest the Punisher.
his reputation precedes him. See, that's why they tried to diminish his like story as a person, right? Because like his story was that like he turned into the Punisher because the criminals killed his family. Right?
No.
It turns out they weren't there going on a picnic. They were going there because she was going to break up with them. She was
Dude, that's the new stuff, right? That's in the new comic book.
That's the new Jason Aaron line or whatever. When he turned into a fucking, he had wings made out of fire. He had flaming wings, and other fire powers from hell. Like,
I'm like, at some point, just stop making new stuff and go back and reprint old stuff. If you're not going to make good comic books, don't put us through that.
That was the whole, that's how they talk about, they try to destroy things that are like, I don't want to say like images, but like
these Chad MAGA chuds really like putting skulls on their trucks. Fuck them.
Yeah, well, what are they going to think when they find out that now the Punisher's gay? Or that's the exact same kind of mentality. I think they know that like if they did that would be like too much of a, you know what I'm saying? That would like take everyone would be like, oh, we see what you're doing. Okay, yeah, that's.
Ryan brings up a good point, and I am going to spoil things a little bit. Jean Grey creates a bubble around herself, right? Wanda, Scarlet Witch style in New York. And then Punisher has to find a spot to shoot his bullet because he's going to shoot her in the head. But the bullet is unaffected by the barrier. Now, the question is, was everything frozen in the barrier, or was it everyone that was frozen in the barrier? I might have to go back and rewatch it.
Well, if she has psychic powers instead of telekinetic powers, then if it's telepathic, that she's freezing people conceptually.
She evolves and gets the telekinesis, right? So she
in this movie, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the final scenes of the movie, when because she makes the bubble, and she has telekinesis at that point. But was she doing? I read it at first as like a Professor X style thing, like they did in the other movies. Yeah, everyone's frozen because then everyone's like looking around, like, "Oh, geez, I'm frozen. What the hell is this?" You know what I mean? Anti-mutant sentiment is going to skyrocket when they figure out what the hell's going on.
We gotta, you know what? You want people running around, lasers coming out of their eyes, not registered.
Right, we're gonna need to build some Sentinels. Stat. I would be all for the Sentinel program personally, unless I was a mutant.
So the only thing I know about the movie is they didn't do Man Spider. Like they chickened out of a full transformation. Is that?
Yeah, they basically made Peter Parker into Bolivar Trask.
Okay.
In that he creates a suppressing chip, like a thing that you can stick in the back of their neck that neutralizes their mutant abilities. And he did it for himself to prevent himself from becoming Man Spider. So he starts to get the organic webs. His eyes start turning black. He's getting headaches, like he's going to turn into Man Spider. It's like, here we go. But he creates the Bolivar Trask, he creates the mutant suppressing collars, basically, technology for himself to keep himself from, turning into a monster.
Yeah. But like he can still do Spider-Man shit. It doesn't like turn his powers off.
So it brings it into manageable levels. I guess he can tweak it so that he can just suppress it and not eliminate his abilities.
Right. Okay.
Because comic books.
Bro, if this gives us a bunch of retard cheat code shit in the X-Men movies, I'm gonna be so mad. Like I don't want Beast to walk around looking like a person because he can control it. I don't want Kurt Nightcrawler to be able to do that. I don't want Cyclops to not have to wear cool red sunglasses.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make it Like they're gonna probably kick off. I don't know what's gonna happen in Doomsday. If they kept this timeline going, and they have this Jean Grey incident be like the nucleus for like, holy shit, these things are dangerous. You know what I mean? We need to do something about this. That's the 9/11 of the anti-mutant sentiment. That's cool. But yeah, you'd have to do it where like the mutants.
Oh no, you're right. They're gonna reboot the universe. That's why they could make her a killer in this one. So there's no stakes really at all for the character.
I feel like when they do their reboot, they're gonna like pick and choose what to keep and what not to keep.
Yeah.
And they've already invested a movie into her character development. So I feel like Jean Grey in the Marvel Universe is just going to be, she started out as a misunderstood villain, kind of, in a way,
Sure. She's hot enough.
Yeah. But who was the poster child for anti-mutant stuff in the comic books? Wasn't it just some random, there was a mutant. I heard about a mutant who can just blow shit up. We got to do something about this. And now instead of those conversations, it's going to be, did you hear about the incident in New York with that telepath that froze everything and, was trying to take down damage control, like she programmed some old lady to drive a tank into a building, murdered some random homeless guy, got him just walking in front of a taxi cab.
I saw that. That's the part I saw. It's like, oh, so she's like evil? Okay.
Yeah. But really,
yeah, I mean, whatever. They always make her do the Phoenix Saga like right away anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. We're not going to get a slow build up in the movies. In the comic books, you can kind of take your time with certain things. But yeah, he evolved into Tobey's Spider-Man.
A lot of this shit, I just wish was a TV show. I take the budget you're spending on this fucking Spider-Man movie and give me 24 episodes of TV show plot or something. And they'll never do it because it makes too much money as a movie. But fucking make a TV show you can release in theaters then. I don't know. Fuck you.
Right.
Make me a TV show. Spider-Man is a TV show character. He works best in long-form storytelling.
Make me feel something, please. Okay, that's all I want to do.
Spider Noir is pretty good. Like that, doesn't that show that we could have a live-action Spider-Man show?
Right.
Imagine how much better the timeline would be if we got like a live-action version of Avengers, like Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So you get like Doctor Doom, and you get all these fucking characters, and they're still A-list actors, but it's over a long-form storytelling style.
Ryan thinks it's going to be weird to see her and Hugh Jackman start dating. I think Hugh...
They're recasting him.
Yeah.
Sure. He's too old. He's
We're
starting to
get
crack.
a new... Mm-hmm.
Who do you want to be the next Wolverine? Who's your casting choice?
I nominate young Klippa. He's going to have to start lifting heavily, all right? We're going to get him on that Hollywood ped diet.
I aged too fast. This is not going to be me. I'm aging like shit.
Needs to be forever young.
I'm only 28, but my mind is older, okay? I want to see Taron Egerton do it. I want him to be Wolverine so fucking bad. That's been my fan casting for a decade now.
Dude, I'm so out of the loop with who actors are these days.
The kid from Kingsman.
Oh, okay.
He's in that Robin Hood movie, and like I would love to see him because he doesn't age. He looks like the kid from Kingsman still. He had to put on a lot of prosthetics and shave his hair weird and wear a wig to be Elton John in the Rocket Man biopic, but his face still looks exactly the fucking same as 2009.
Yeah.
I want to see that guy be Wolverine for like at least 20 years.
He could do it.
Yeah, I don't know any like movie stars nowadays. Like I'd just be like, maybe. Well, I was gonna say that
everyone wants Cavill, but he's too fucking old.
Yeah, no. Everyone just loves Cavill because he's a proven nerd. We know he would do his best. He's gonna argue with the right people.
Yeah.
He's gonna go start fights with the people we don't like making movies.
Who else would be a good Wolverine?
But he's doing 40K now.
Yeah, that's right. He is doing that. I don't know anything about Warhammer. Never got into it. I will watch that. And that'll be my introduction to Warhammer. And if it's bad, I guess I'll just blame Cavill on Warhammer being gay and unapproachable.
Yeah, that's a reasonable take. Because that's going to be a lot of people's first foray into it. For sure. And there's
you gotta
a
really
ton
nail
of
that
material.
shit. Like, imagine if your first Halo experience was that TV show, and you'd be like,
Ugh. Imagine if your first Halo experience was the new game that they just came out with.
oh, they still make Halo games. Right?
Well, they just remade the original Halo, and now there's all these layoffs happening at Halo Studios because they botched it. Like it's literally an inferior game. Just the basics. They showed a side-by-side of the animation where it's like if you're Master Chief and you're on the turret on the back of the Warthog and you decide to switch into the front seat, there's like an animation. In the remake, you literally just blink into the front seat.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't know.
It's insane. And that's not even mentioning the girl boss thing that they added or making Cortana look ugly, you know, just thoroughly modernizing the game in the worst ways.
Right. Yeah, I liked Reach. I'm like on the outside of the Halo fandom. I played ODST and Reach. So,
dude, it hit right at the time. Like I was in high school when the first game came out, and it was just every day, man. I'd be having people over or going over to people's houses, and we'd hook two TVs up, you know, so we could each be on our teams and do capture the flag for just hours.
Fucking LAN party, dude.
3 headshots with the pistol, you know, was the most efficient way to kill anybody.
Okay.
They nerfed that as soon as they could. Michael Turner chickened out on a match with us. Me and my buddy went to Wizard World, and we were in their little gaming room just freaking mopping the floor with anybody who came up against us. And Michael Turner apparently was saying how good he was at Halo and that he was going to come play. And then we waited till like 4 a.m. And they're like, oh, he actually went to bars and probably had sex or something tonight. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, he was supposed to play video games with me.
I was gonna beat him.
I was gonna beat him at Halo, and I was gonna tell all my friends forever that Michael Turner lost to me at Halo, and now I'm gonna have to tell everyone that I meet forever that Michael Turner chickened out on a game of Halo instead. It's not as good. Not as good a story.
I like it. I mean,
I do my best with it, you know.
Yeah.
It's not as good as my Lou Ferrigno story. I wonder if Lou still remembers me. But there were years where I was going to conventions like every year.
Right.
And I didn't realize Lou had a hearing problem when I first met him.
Okay.
And so I was still going by William at the time. I was 16. I didn't like nicknames so much. I came around to it, obviously. But he's like, what's your name? I'm like, William. And he goes, Will? I'm like, no, William. It's like, Will? And I'm like, no, come on. Like, you know, I kind of got snippy with him a little bit.
Oh, no.
And so he signs it real quick and rolls up my poster and hands it to me. And I'm like, awesome. I got freaking Lou Ferrigno's autograph. I unroll it. It says, Will Yeam underneath of it. I'm like, who the hell is Will Yam? Right? So the next year, I go back and I'm like, okay, let's do this again. I'm Will now, you know. I got a job since then. I start interacting with people on a regular basis, you know. And so I've accepted the nickname Will.
You've learned that your name is what people call you instead of what you want to be called.
Right. And so I'm like, yeah, just make it out to Will. He signs it real quick and gives it to me. it's Will Yam again. I'm like,
like
what the hell? And so then the next year, I go, and he hasn't arrived yet, and I'm talking to the dude from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I tell him what was going on, where I'm like, I got to get my actual name. I got these 2 signatures to people who are not me. And he goes, oh, he was mentioning you earlier, actually. I'm like, what?
It's like become an inside joke for him now.
Right. Like, he thought it was funny.
This
still thinks
asshole
it's funny.
William who keeps coming to my stand, and I fuck with him.
He fully plans on doing it again. And I'm like, God damn it.
Nice.
That's awesome. And this is kind of a relationship you got to keep up forever, bro.
I think that's your. It's William. Yam. Like What'd you say? Y-A.
Yeam.
Y-E-A-N. Yeah. Will Yam. That's
Will Yam. There you go,
like a
kid.
good pen name. Like that's like people would see that and they're like, oh, Will Yam. He must be a foreigner. Oh, okay.
That'll be my pen name. That'll be what I sign Revenant Steel. The Will Studios. Will Yam.
Yeah, that's actually pretty like Lou Ferrigno gave you a nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
Mark Ruffalo's never given you a nickname. Fuck
Dude,
that guy.
Fuck Mark
dude.
Ruffalo, dude.
yeah. Who would want a nickname from Mark Ruffalo? Like no.
Mark Ruffalo's not even really the Hulk. Okay? He's just a shitty Bruce Banner.
He's not even a good Bruce Banner.
Bill Bixby is Bruce Banner, sir.
I think Bill Bixby was David Banner, actually.
Well, the tombstone said Bruce. In the opening, he went by David Banner. And then his tombstone says
Bruce
David,
was a gay name or something.
David Bruce Banner. Yeah, Bruce was gay.
It's so stupid. Yeah, Bruce is a gay name. Come on.
That's gay as shit, bro. We can't have a dude named Bruce being the Hulk, being our Hulk.
Bruce Willis changed that, I think, for everybody. Fuck,
Yeah.
we can't call him gay. He'll punch me.
He was in Die Hard. That's John McClane.
All right, boys. I've been up for well over 24 hours of mostly drinking and chain smoking.
Hell yeah, man. Get some sleep.
Yep.
Thanks for swinging through and hanging out and watching me draw the Hulk.
Is that a Spider-Man pun you just did at me?
Yeah, I
Was
did,
that
man.
swinging by?
Unintentional. Spider-Man.
See you guys.
Absolutely. See you, bud.
Have a good day.
Yep.
I gotta do like a couple more pages, I feel, to have up, or at least just really good images that are done. Put up, colored. And this one I feel I have to put up on the thing to like kind of reference.
Dude, I like that. That's like a Spider-Woman throwback.
Yeah. Because that's also one of Vasilis's part of the Vasilis lore was when he was still, before he was fully canceled by the mainstream, he was arguing with them about that, or at least like expressing his point of view, that because people were saying that no physical person could actually be in that pose. That
Right.
Milo Manera had drawn Spider-Woman in. That's impossible. No one could even be in a pose like that, showing their ass and coming off the front of it. You can't do that. It's impossible. So like Vasilis,
physically impossible.
yeah, he posted a picture of himself in that pose. Apparently had his girlfriend at the time take it for him to, because I mean, you can't. He's not a literal Spider-Man himself. He can't hold the camera, take a picture in the special pose, So that's a figure. And also like Spider-Woman is there's going to be a new Spider-Woman comic book coming in November.
Okay.
So, subconscious references to Spider-Woman will help you know, people seem like, oh yeah, Spider-Woman, Van Piglet. It's all these different levels that it's operating at, you know, they're excited. I figured gotta do one day, one stream of the sign up. That's the other thing, is like I don't know how to like promote like my sign up thing. I should have been like pestering Clippo, like, hey, what about that Pegler 3? If you'd like to read it, would you like to sign up?
Come to the sign up event.
Yeah, it's like I can't. It's hard to draw, and then also be like, you need to go get my comic book. You need to sign up for it. It's on Indiegogo. It's called Van Piglet 3. Spooky colored fun special.
I should have done that. I should have links ready to go for everyone that I want to promote.
Well, you know, that's the thing too, is it's like you're running a show and it's like it's hard to do the show, draw, talk, watch the chat. You know what I mean? Like it's like doing all of it or try at once is just you know, mentally. Yeah. That's why oh shit.
And I don't even necessarily need to be drawing. I just knew I wasn't going to be like super duper talkative, you know.
Right. I'd gotten out of the habit of drawing as much like for a while, or like drawing as much on streams, and it's like that's what's really it's like that's what I feel I need to focus on, to be like, look, it's making comics, you know. I got to get more especially like grow on like Instagram and different other places like that. Like the clips from like the shows and stuff don't really seem to grab much on Instagram. Like they'll play a bunch, but like it doesn't. I don't see like any kind of I don't see any links from Instagram on anything.
Yeah.
Like I don't see any like
any analytics.
Right. None of them say like, oh, they clicked a link. Like all of them will watch stuff and like things, but they're not gonna leave and go somewhere else. Leave.
Yeah, they're not going to click a link off to another website to buy a comic book.
Right. Until I assume until you get to some sort of bigger level, more fandom level, or if you have like merch on Instagram, right? You know, people have like merch stores on these different sites.
See, that's not a bad idea though, honestly. Like if I have the book printed, because the plan is to be selling the book actively, I feel like I'm not going to be able to be the guy that hits the numbers I want purely through a crowdfund, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm going to have to be exploring other ways to get the comic book out there, you know?
Oh yeah. Like you're like the people that buy it on the crowdfund, like definitely, yeah, like that's not.
Those are going to be early adopters, sure,
right.
But there's a ton of people that have never heard of it and were not around for any of the crowdfunding that they are going to need to find out about my comic, and that's when going to shows is going to be important. Yeah. You know, there's plenty of people that just hit the con circuit 24, or 365, I should say, because they're just traveling the country. I'm not going to be able to do that necessarily. I'm going to be more local, try to get a local thing going in Columbus, hit the shows around here.
Hell yeah.
We got Cartoonist Crossroads, and then, like I said, I was showing some of the cartoonists my stuff yesterday, and they were all like, dude, you're doing great. Like, you're talented, hustling, find your audience, get that crowdfund going,
Hell yeah. Well, today I honestly, I wanted to go down to Columbus today, but I couldn't quite swing it because Kathy is down there.
Right. And what does the creator of Kathy look like?
She is there, I might have a picture of her actually.
What's her name?
Kathy Goostwaite or something. Gustwhite? How do you pronounce it?
Lady who made Kathy.
Oh yeah. That's her on the back. That's her. Well, I mean, that's
there you are.
Now, but that's her back.
That's an old picture, though, right?
Yeah, she's however older now she is. She's probably, I'd assume, in her 70s.
Yeah, because I mean, I may have seen her like yesterday, and I just wouldn't know it because I've never seen the lady.
Yeah, I mean now she's. I mean, now she looks like that, but like older.
But she was in the building yesterday.
She was.
Yeah, like I said, there's the they're doing the Oscars of cartooning at the hotel that I'm at.
Yeah, the whatchamacallit, the National Cartoonist Society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a bunch of those guys, hanging out.
That's definitely like get them to like follow your YouTube or follow, tell them your Instagram or whichever, or just ask them for like tips or whatever,
I talked to a couple of people yesterday. I mean, obviously I'm at work, I'm busy. But the one dude, Horace the Brave, he was pretty cool. This dude, Will Henry is his name. And he was up for the Cartoonist of the Year award. And then this other guy, the creator of a comic strip called Leo, Lio, he was talking to me too. He was also up for the Cartoonist of the Year award. But once again, we're not talking comic books necessarily. Right. These are cartoonists. These are weekly comic strip people.
Right. They might have like a collection of their work. Which, I mean, that's what, like, I've looked at stuff like that before, like just doing, I mean, you can do that. Like, it's not like it matters. Like, if you just want to do that, or you could do that. And, if you want to do fantasy comics, superhero stuff, horror, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I think
if I had time, I would be making so much freaking content.
It's like that's what I mean. It's like you have to decide, like, what is it I want to do? Am I trying to get, am I just trying to make work that for me, like I just want to do this, or am I trying to find something that's going to be popular? I mean, everyone's like, I want to be popular, I want to be, but it's like, what does that mean though? You're actually looking at like how crowds act and what like trends are like. You know what I mean? Like, are you looking at it like that?
Yeah.
I don't mean I mean like the theoretical. Are people looking at it just like, I want to be popular. I want everyone to like my comic book. Okay, well, how? What are you doing? Are you trying to put it out there? Are you giving away?
I'm like, step one, make the comic book.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the step I'm on right now. And then after it's made, that's when it's like, okay, let's
introduce a series of branded disposable straws with my characters on them. People are upset about straws being taken away or the paper straws. They'll have straws with Van Piglet on them. Suck up your drinks with Van Piglet. I think that would be. No, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like you got to think about it. Like, what is it you want to do? Like, do you want to get to drawing like Conan for whichever? Because someone is always going to be publishing like literal Conan comics, right? And they'll have the license, and like you could get over there too, and you'd be like, "Look, I also drew up a Conan comic.
Yeah,
I am legitimate," Or you're just like, I don't care about none of it. I'm just making my weird comic, and that's that. No one, no one buys it except for 3 people. That's all I want.
Yeah. No.
Like I like those people too, but it's not, not financial.
It ain't me.
I
not as financially rewarding if it's only 3 fans. So, but also, like, how do you get people to even see your stuff? You know, that's the thing. Like with a lot of this, is it's like there's so much stuff out there. Like, just seeing something that's new and even knowing what it is like.
That's where it's like, okay, I'm thinking I'll try to make content about me getting people's attention for the comic book, right?
Right.
Like if I make a video of me doing a man on the street bit, just trying to get people interested in comic books, and I make sure I keep all the footage of people being like, fuck off. You know what I mean? Or the people, you know, keep all the people with the super negative reactions to it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because then the real audience are going to be the people watching those videos who are like, I'll look at your comic book.
Right. They're going to enjoy seeing all the people angry and telling you to
leave me alone.
Give me I'll give you a comic book in your fucking face. Yeah.
Nobody reads comic books anymore, bud.
Comic books are gay. What? No, they're not.
That's one I've been hearing since I was a freaking middle schooler. Why do you like comic books, man? Are you gay? I heard comic books are gay.
Are you a homosexual?
Bro, we don't get on with gays around here in the 90s.
Yeah, no, that's always been my experience. First going to kindergarten, and somehow all the kids in kindergarten already knew the Ben Gay joke. How is that possible? Kindergarten.
What are the parents doing to these kids? Like, no, this is art. This is good.
So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about the banquet thing still. You know.
Yeah, I had a moment yesterday where I'm like, would it be cool to go to the banquet? But then at the same time, I'm like, but do I need to be at the banquet? Like, do I need to be there?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's not like they're gonna be like, fantastic. Everyone, all these other people are here too. You know?
Like if I go to the banquet, is Shane Davis going to be my best friend? No.
You know what? I remember it. I saw you at the banquet yesterday. You know what I mean? We're already going to be past the show.
At the banquet?
Were you at the banquet, man? Were you that motherfucker shooting peas at me from across the room? I thought that was you. You know, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it is not to just be a, you know, oh.
Yeah, we don't want to neg the convention or anything.
Exactly. But also, maybe that's a way to get like put onto like one of the awards lists. Like, hey, you know, maybe we was getting some kind of award. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
That would really be enticing. But you know, I didn't even see no award list. You know, I didn't even see no list of who's in the awards.
Where's the award for youngest man? You know.
Exactly. Where's the award for most satanic comic? Where's that one at?
Right.
There's no award for that. What is this? Amateur hour? Come on. Where's the award for the most scariest comic? Come on, I gotta be in there somewhere. Some of them,
gotta
be. Probably if I try to talk to them in my weird Jersey accent, that won't probably actually turn them off. Actually,
you think so? Half of these guys are from Jersey.
Oh, he's from here. Shit. Okay, well, have you ever been to Jersey before yourself?
Yeah, I've been to Atlantic City a couple of times.
Okay. So you say like I know I've been to Atlantic City like when I was younger, and then like only recently I've driven through Jersey to get to New York, right? And driving through Jersey, I found it to be like the craziest drivers I'd ever seen.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like they were just I don't know. I couldn't even like comprehend it. Like now, I'm like, oh, all right.
You're acting incomprehensibly.
That's probably not a good advertisement, but I don't know. This is what I'm saying. Like I'm excited. I think you're probably keep you've survived this far, so can't be I don't know. I have no idea what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying too. If I'm drawing, I start getting to this point where like I feel like I need to talk if I'm on the stream and I'm drawing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know what I'm saying, so I'll just get to this point where it's just like I just start rambling and then trying to figure out what I'm talking about. And
see, and I'm like, what kind of gun is the Punisher using? You know, do I need to look up a reference for this gun, or should I just make it up?
Well, I just go with like is he prepared for his? I like Spider-Man's his webs on there. That's really good.
Well, I didn't know what to do with his left hand, right? So I just kind of put it up in a fist. And then at the last second, I'm like, you know what? The way I have it, it kind of makes sense for him to be pulling one of the Hulk's hands back, you know?
It feels like his right arm should be his bicep and like shoulder should be big, like
bigger.
Yeah. Like look at the size of his hand and his forearm there. His left one that Spider-Man's on, I think is good.
But the Hulk's right hand should be a little smaller.
I wouldn't go with smaller. I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. I think you can always kind of like exaggerate it. You could just look at like the size of the bicep there.
Yeah.
Compared to the forearm. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
what
also
the Hulk.
Yeah, but I'm saying it should be bigger, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm
bigger.
Bigger. The Hulk. Wait until we get Joe Bennett on. That's the guy you got to get Hulk drawing advice from.
Joe, I need advice on drawing the Hulk. I didn't quite get the perspective right on these hands.
Yeah, see the hand. I like the hand. Looks really cool. The one where Spider-Man's on there. That's all. That's it's like you can see him. Like he's got the webs on there. He's pushing his head, pulling the hand back.
Yeah. Maybe put Spider-Man's fingers on top of his head a little bit there. He's really grabbing it.
I feel like Punisher would be like back further too. You know what I mean? Like he's got the
think
gut.
so, but how big is the picture gonna be, you know? So like, okay. If I make Spider-Man and the Hulk a little bit bigger over here. Bring him back a little further. How's that? Put a few extra feet in between Punisher and the Hulk there. That'll be good.
Oh,
Time is it 1:02?
Yes, that's what I got.
Here, I'll put on some chill AI generated music if we're not actively talking. You know, we got 4 people watching us. That's almost peak viewership for this channel. Very excited. Very happy for the growth, you know?
Right.
Gonna find a way to rise to the occasion. So that no one regrets wasting their time here.
I figured I saw you going, and I was like, well, I need to. I was working on the iPad, and I was like, well, I need to get on actually inking stuff today. I was inking stuff yesterday, so shit. But you know, get on there, start all together. Like there's, I mean, it's like there's, I can't explain like how I make comics. It's like there's notes, right? There's like pages, there's pinups, there's outlines, thumbnails, and then like they all start just, you know, like piles of papers and there's other piles. I start scanning them, put pieces together. I'm not a good like explainer for art stuff. You know, like I don't have the right vocabulary for technical art. You know.
Well, I'm with you on that. It's like, you know, I'm not some art scholar.
Exactly.
I taught myself all this stuff, you know. If I go on somebody's channel and they're trying to have some austere conversation about artwork, and I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about something else.
Did you see that Vivek has promised that new data centers? He's heard the complaints of Americans or of Ohioans. New data centers will have to meet 3 different points in order for them to be able to come in.
Uh-huh.
And one of them is that community would have free electric. Electric data center comes in, sucking up all the electric and gas and everything, water and everything. Well, then the community needs to get a free electric bill. Or free, you know, they need to have their bills just tucked in there by the company.
And then what is Amy saying? Is she saying something different?
She's like rambling about Ambien or something.
God damn it.
Dude,
We're entering the worst era in politics, dude. Like the post-Trump era is going to be the worst political era there ever is. You know?
Well,
like
it depends how you describe it. Define worse. You know what I mean? Like I think it's going to be. It's already shaping up to be fantastic. You know what I mean? Like that guy, the guy that won the thing in Michigan, Omar Saeed, or
Muslim.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, they've discovered that actually he has ties to the Brotherhood there.
No shit.
And they're all celebrating that he won, and it's like, oh, you know what I mean? So that's actually, yes, that is what they're talking about. They are trying to do this and are, you know, so like all the people that have been like paranoid and saying all these things are happening, here it is. Here's the evidence. This is what they're doing. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. So much with like messaging and like being able to like get things out. How are you going to tell people? Like in a Facebook group, on Twitter, YouTube. Then you go on the news says, nah, it's not real. They gerrymander the districts. That's why it looks like it's all those guys winning. You know, like
we're in an era where, you know, like, how are you going to try to scam the government? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not scamming the government, then you're going to be on the losing end. Right? Because you got Somalian pirates up in Minnesota. And now it's just so dumb, dude.
I mean, how many people are in all these government positions, right? Just no name, not responsible positions. You know what I'm saying? People running phones or offices or whatever.
Phone banks, you mean? Like
Right.
campaigning for these candidates?
Not even them, like just the regular like government offices and stuff. Ones that aren't voted in, right? People that are just in there, like Larry, the assistant supervisor at whatever, right?
Right.
How many of those people are all in there and are all of like the wrong political persuasion, we'll say, and are using their position in these different organizations or government offices, government groups or whatever. You know, they're not partisan groups. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you're in healthcare or insurance or some sort of regulatory industry or whatever, right? And they're using their own personal biases in these. You know, they've showed that over and over with like different conservative groups being targeted for being investigated excessively and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
But
I mean,
then what happens to those people? What happens when the Republicans get in charge? You know? Did we see any of we're unwilling to weaponize the justice system in the same way that the Democrats are. And I use the term we loosely.
gonna say like,
Okay? Because there is no fucking we.
This is we're unwilling to do what now?
Right?
That's what I mean. It's like we've had to like prove like, okay, they're not playing by the same rules. We've had to prove that. That's what a lot of everything that he's done, I think, does. Is prove that like, look, if we try to play by the same rules, they're not going to.
Yeah.
So you can't.
So,
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to win if you think you're playing golf and you're playing football. You know, it's just-
right. And that's the thing. Trump is playing golf and making deals when, like, dude, they went after him and tried to put him in prison.
Yeah.
And then he gets in office and he's like, well, I don't want to see Hillary go to jail. I said so in the primary. I said that when I was running against her, but that's not what I actually want to see. Right?
Right. Well,
We did. That's why we voted for you.
that's what we wanted.
You know, we have been sitting here hearing all about the Clinton Global Initiative stealing however many billions out of, money that was supposed to go to the Haitians after the earthquake,
Yep.
Nothing? There's nothing to we're not going to investigate the Clinton Foundation? We're not going to investigate anybody? That's when it's like, okay, there is I knew there was a fourth branch of government that just assassinates people and keeps everybody in line.
Right.
Keeps the adrenochrome flowing.
Hey,
But
bus has got to run.
I had hope for a minute that it wouldn't be that way.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is it better to know or to not know? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be like, oh, go back to like not knowing and being like ignorant of things. People, do you think that'd be better? No, it's better. It's better to know what's going on than to just be completely ignorant of things.
Dude, and I hear you, but the more you know what's going on, the more ignorant you end up becoming in a way. Because, there's the old quote, was it, where basically, it's like the people who are already reading the newspapers and staying informed and stuff, those are the people that are going to not believe the propaganda. Or those are the people that are going to believe the propaganda. The
Right.
people who are reading the newspapers and stuff like that, because they're already sort of steeped in it. It's the people that have no idea, that are completely oblivious, that if you tell them something, they're going to be like, come on, really? It was the working class people, the non-educated people that saw through all the COVID bullshit when it was happening.
Right.
We're the ones, who would never trust a politician for any reason. especially when they're making big promises, you know. So yeah, Vivek wants to say, oh, well, we're going to make it so that the data centers don't or pay for all of your electricity. And then when the rubber meets the road, when push comes to shove, you're going to be paying higher electricity bills.
Well, I mean, you want to get technical about it, right? But that's what I'm saying. Is that the point is not electricity bills. You know, so he's like taking control of the narrative or the discussion. What's she gonna say?
Dude, she can't even talk, apparently.
She can't ignore if she ignores like him saying, okay, I'm gonna do this, and data centers have got to fulfill these, and they got to they got to get environmental regulations, or, you know, he had three important things that they got to do, right? And if they don't get it, they're not getting into Ohio. I'm Vivek. I got JD naming his son after me. Fuck out of here, you know.
Crazy.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Vivek's I think people have like written Vivek off pretty quick for being, you know, he's a snake salesman and all that stuff. And it's like, I don't.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, well, I mean, which of them are not? I mean, if we want to put it in those kind of terms. But this, I mean,
yeah,
like,
but it's worse because he's an anchor baby.
Yeah, he's gonna.
It's worse because we know, anyone who pays attention knows that Indians, the purpose of Indians is to import more Indians.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the purpose. Like, I can be friends, like I have a friend who's Indian, and, you know, it doesn't really come up. I'm not, like, holding him accountable for any of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I see what's going on.
Right. Well,
you know, freaking Anthropic just got a $3 million fine because it was proven in court that they were favoring immigrants, H-1B immigrants, over American candidates. But, like, that's just nothing. That's like 0.0000023% of the money that they made scamming the fucking system to just try and import as many people as possible. And so, yeah, you're going to have Vivek come in as governor, and he's going to say anything he wants you to hear, because that's another thing where it's like they just say, yes, sir. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we absolutely. They're not going to, you know, they're going to tell you whatever they think you want to hear.
What I'm saying. He's latched on to the conversation topic. He's been able to pivot onto that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not crazy. I'm not like, he's really gonna save us from the data centers.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, he's like grasped, like, take control of the data center narrative.
He knows we don't like it.
Yeah. Right. He knows people don't like him. So he's got to put out something that, like, they'd have to go against what their own thing that they're talking about, right? All these people that are going to the town meetings, crying about the data centers and this and that, the camera, all that, right?
Yeah.
He's with them. Yeah. Man, the data centers, we got to stop them. That's what I'm saying. That's all I mean. Is he's controlling that narrative where he's like
controlling the narrative, but also being very close to the people who are doing all these things, like Peter Thiel, the tech bros, the freaking technocracy that's coming about. Like, they're all in on that.
Definitely.
And it really sucks. Like, the one other candidate for governor freaking came out and convinced everyone right away that he was an anti-Semite.
Yeah, that was the main point of his campaign.
It's so stupid. And it's like, look, we all notice what's going on, but you need to play this smart, okay? And, you know, you can't just flippantly say things. You can't just, you know, you can't publicly be a groiper right now.
Do you think he was doing that, like, do you think he was unaware of what that would do?
Dude, I think he was putting too much stock in the sort of, you're familiar with groiperism, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I know all the online.
I think that he thought that that was like super popular for some reason. I think that he thought that if he came out and started speaking out against Israel and stuff, and that because I think he did it very early on in his campaign, and then he kind of stopped. He backed off of it.
Yeah.
But the damage was done.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that was a mistake. I think that he knew that's what it was. He was. I don't see Casey as being anything other than like a catfish or just a red herring to like get other people. You know what I'm saying? If you can get a whole bunch of people to all publicly endorse all sorts of like anti-Semitic messaging, like just regardless of whatever you feel about, you know what I'm saying? That it's just a distasteful thing for most people. You know what I'm saying? Like, just automatically, whether you're right or wrong, or that, you know, whatever the thing is, as soon as they could tie it to that, people are just like, ew,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about. He's like an anti-Semite. He's complaining about Israel all the time.
Like, but dude, the Holocaust.
Exactly.
Do you need to go see another Civil War documentary or another World War II documentary to get your head right?
My people died in the cancer. What's that? That's insane. Like, it's just real recognizing a lot of that and being like you said, it's like if he wasn't aware and he wasn't like some sort of like counter intel pro plant or something, right? He could like honestly look at social media and feel like that's a winning strategy. Just to go on, fuck it, I hate them, blah blah. They're doing this, just doing that. Like,
we need to not be attached to Israel is what we need to do. It's like, I agree with you, buddy, but you need to win this primary.
Exactly. If that's what you want to do, okay, that's a whole, you know. But also, is that like is that the Ohio governor? Does he have a lot of influence on international politics?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is Ohio really? Is that what Ohio's really known for? Is like being the international hub of Israel? Like,
yeah, like get your stuff in order, buddy.
Exactly. Is that what Ohio? Is that what you're gonna be doing as governor? Is you're gonna be meddling with Israeli politics?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. But you want to be governor of Ohio? Okay.
See, and that's where a lot of his campaign messaging was centered around, you know, hey, I've been dedicating my life to helping kids get into engineering school and stuff. I freaking invented this car. I have, you know, he's the car guy on YouTube. He's got all this, there's all this good stuff, you know, but he said those things early on, you know. And freaking Nick Fuentes never called him. In fact, Nick Fuentes did the opposite and trashed his campaign a little bit.
Yeah. Which really, you would think if he was trying. See, that's what I'm saying too. Like, it's when I look at it, it's like it's hard for me to think like he was just this honest guy. I like to fix cars, and I have a problem with the state of Israel.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard for me to think like that's just all there was to it, because like of all the mechanics I've known in my life and talked to, you know what I'm saying, like I can think of none of them that went on about Israel. You know what I'm saying? They might say like if something was in the news, they might say something.
But he's not just a mechanic, he's the car guy on YouTube. So he's on YouTube a lot. And he's got a lot of those people probably in his audience. And when they found out, oh, dude, we got this white Christian candidate running against a dude who literally wants to replace you, like every time Vivek opens his mouth, he starts talking about how heritage Americans need to accept recent foreigners. You know what I mean? Like that there's no difference between people who were raised here and people who were raised in India and just showed up, you know? And that is not a winning message, but who is he running against? A stuttering weirdo woman, which fucking nobody wants to vote for a woman in the first fucking place. I'm sorry.
Right, but he's trying to go for the people that would be
Like Vivek's gonna win because everyone else is stupid.
Basically.
Freaking David Yost. I'm curious what the hell happened with his campaign, because he was gonna run in the primary, and then I feel like he was just doing it to get bought out by Vivek. I feel like there was some sort of backroom deal where he dropped out. I didn't even watch his, like, I don't know if he had a concession address or anything, or if he just quietly stopped running.
I think there was just like a digital announcement of his tail cowering away. I don't want to cause any problems for the party. I want us all to coalesce around Vivek as well.
No, dude. The only reason you had any momentum is because we didn't want Vivek. And then he dropped out, and Casey Putsch only had like 9 months to start and run a campaign. He still ended up with 20% of the vote, despite everything that was against him. I'm like, if Casey Putsch had started a year earlier and avoided the anti-Semitic stuff, he would probably be the nominee right now. He would have a much better chance anyway.
All right.
I mean, Vivek has been throwing money around and schmoozing and sucking Donald Trump's dick.
Hell yeah.
So he's already got those endorsements.
There were also in the primary, right? There's him, and Heather Hill and Dave Yost, right? Yost dropped out before it was even like a contention, right? And Heather Hill got disqualified because her running mate called her an N-word bitch. I won't try to keep it.
Yeah, don't repeat that on my stream, please.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, this might not be the appropriate time to vouch for freedom. But you know what I'm saying? It was like, you look at what they do after they drop out of the campaign, right? Dave Yost, okay, I'm going to help support the contender, support whoever the elected, what am I thinking? The candidate. I'm going to support the candidate, right? Casey immediately switches to fuck the bag, blah, 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 fuck everybody, I hate everything, blah, 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 right?
Right.
Heather Hill switches to she was run out because they were afraid of how smart she is. And now she's going to try and run independent or something.
Is she smart?
No, she's... If you have to ask.
Yeah, right? I don't even know who Heather Hill is.
Exactly. But she's... Well,
I'd still take her over Vivek, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm particularly like for any whatever their stuff is, but I mean,
we're all helpless.
Yeah, like, am I gonna be? I'd rather be happy with all of them than have them being like, well, he's also against Vivek because he apparently is racist against Indians too. So thanks, you know. Yeah, that's the immediate thing. They just go for the easiest low hanging fruit for any of this stuff. So,
dude, and that's where it's like, after everything with the Minnesota fraud stuff, can we stop with the you must be racist?
Nope.
You saw the America being scammed by immigrants. Different flavors depending on where you're coming from, you know.
So much of all the gas for all that is from people that literally hate America, right?
What do you mean?
The people that are supporting that are Americans, right?
Oh yeah,
DSAs or whatever they are, right? They all literally want America to collapse. That's their goal, is the collapse of America, to bring in.
Well, there's still plenty of people who, like, an accusation of racism can destroy a person's life. You know?
I mean, it's as long as that still works, it's not going to stop.
Yeah. And so when if you're running a company or whatever, and you have this, because I read a story about this dude was running a company and they were hiring or whatever, and he's got this Indian dude in his ear who I can't remember if he worked for the company or he was just this like random vice president who's like, we could just constantly, let's bring in H1Bs. So that could solve your staffing crisis, And he wasn't even thinking of it like this was his excuse. He's like, I wasn't thinking that I was gonna, ruin the lives of 3,000 families that I laid off. I was just thinking about numbers.
Seemed to make sense. I mean, bottom line is the bottom line. If the company's gonna go broke, gotta cut costs.
But you can't expect me to watch videos of Indians explaining how their purpose is to bring more Indian people into the American economy and expect me to be like, oh, well, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to be racist.
I don't want to be a racist, dude, but yeah.
I would want to appear to be against Indian people. The government created small business loans for minorities to try and help black communities rise out of poverty, but we have foreigners coming in and taking advantage of those same exact systems to get zero, interest loans for their businesses, all this stuff that's not available to Native white Americans.
Right.
And then you're going to use loopholes to sort of, we're going to keep this going because I'm going to sell the business to my cousin, who also I was able to bring over here. I'm going to immediately start applying for H-1B visas instead of hiring people that live here.
He was able to escape as well.
Yeah, he was able to escape as well.
Safety in America.
And then you got like Subjugates was telling us the other week about how in Canada, as soon as you open a business, you can immediately start applying to bring people over, and you are instantly considered a Canadian citizen.
I wonder if I could somehow figure out a way that big business studios could be considered a minority or owned business to get all this free money.
Oh, right?
It just makes me think there's got to be a way.
Dude, I'm gonna try putting my wife as the CEO of my companies to try and get it like, it's a woman-owned business.
It's a woman-owned business, man. You gotta support it. You hate women now. You don't want women to succeed.
Yeah, you don't want women to succeed. Come on. It's like, hey, if we push really hard for everyone but white people to succeed, are we discriminating against white people? Well, you're not. You can't discriminate against white people because they've been in charge, so it's impossible. It's impossible to be racist against white people. It's all about power dynamics. It's all about power systems.
Equity.
Systems of oppression.
Systems of oppression.
That were installed by white people. We saw Remember the Titans, okay? We saw how mean those whites were to the black kids.
Yeah, that's how it's always been. Still is.
Still is.
It's a wonder they've survived this long. Thrive.
Yeah, Subjugate says, open a business, put $10K into the business account, and boom, you're Canadian.
That's it?
That's all you gotta do.
Wait a minute. Could I become Canadian?
I think so, man.
I think this might be...
You would probably be under more scrutiny because you're white.
I think if tan, I get like a tan and maybe like let me say curl my hair, but I don't really have hair that could curl, so like is that I could do it. Let me get like I don't know. I'm going to look into it. It seems like a decent. I mean, if I'm only a citizen of America, but I could easily become a citizen of Canada, that could, you know, I think I can't travel to Canada. I think they don't like my kind. So
No.
that maybe if I become a citizen, though. Yeah, that's what every day I try to learn something new every day. Become a Canadian citizen just by starting a business, and then you could start importing slaves. Apparently,
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm looking at. Is that like become a citizen, and you can start importing more people to work in your factory or whatever. Go up there, get people making the comics in Canada, right? Get a cheaper price in the paper and production, and then you have a team of these. I guess they're called refugees or immigrants, whatever.
Yeah.
Their job is then to get the comics across the border down to America for shipment, right? Because Canadian shipping out of Canada is ridiculous. Shipping into Canada, ridiculous, right?
Yeah, might as well drive it down across the border, huh?
Exactly. So you're gonna have to have and you can't be declaring all that. It's gonna have to be kind of like some of it's then that's why you're going to be using a lot of these undocumented workers, so that if they do get caught, you say, yeah, we had a shipment go missing. Must have been these guys that took it. They were trying to get it across the border. Son of a gun. What are they going to do next? Well, okay. Can we get our product back? You still need it for the case? Okay, well.
Buy another one.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of importing the migrant workers and then being able to have these people doing this stuff. Maybe have them into flat pages, right? What if you ink all your pages, pencil them, ink them, and like me, I do the pencils. So part of my time is spent erasing pencils.
Yeah.
So what if I could just get one of these Somalians or whatever, Indians, whichever ones I'm not discriminating. $5 a day, right? And they're gonna erase all the pencils. Maybe I could teach them to use the scanner, scan the pages into the computer for me. I'd do $5 a day. What if it's a hot one? It's a woman one. It's hot. $10. Shit.
Depending on what country she's from,
So that's what I mean. I feel like a lot of this pro HB1 propaganda has already worked on me. Like I hear the pain in your voice about the H1 visas, right? I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like personally, I feel like that doesn't affect me personally. Like I look at it like I'm looking at the way I can benefit from these people coming in.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like I feel, I don't know. It's like maybe it's just I'm not listening to the right argument. I'm like I said, I'm looking at it from just how it would benefit me.
Subjugate says that he literally just woke up from his journey into Little India, out into New India, and he's 10 times more racist than when he woke up this morning. He says they'd still fuck it up. I saw a random article, and I think it was just a picture of a Reddit post talking about how it's like, can we just say the truth here? Like, the reason big tech has gone downhill so drastically is because of the Indians. Okay?
What? Oh my god.
Like, every product that Microsoft, Google, all these companies that have, we're going to lay off 30,000 people and hire H-1Bs, all of them have gone to shit.
Huh. I mean, that is
there is no benefit.
A striking coincidence, definitely.
Striking coincidence, definitely.
needs a little bit more of a punch. I was thinking about. Oh no! I forgot. I thought up a joke. For the show, but I'll wait until the show because like it would if I do it now, then it
Go for
won't.
golf night.
Yeah. If I try to do the joke now, then you won't be surprised later. Like, oh, I mean, part of jokes I feel is like if you already know them, you know, it's like you gotta be like a really good joke teller to be able to like tell a joke with someone that already knows and still have it be funny.
It's tough, man. That's the whole trick of being a stand-up comedian. You gotta like have that same energy coming out. You gotta remind yourself like these people have not heard this joke.
Yeah.
Figure out where his arms go in. I'm moving it like this. It's gotta be like that, man.
She's coming along. She's climbing over the side of the roof. Look at that. I feel pretty happy with her. Let's see. I sent you the thing for Space 2, right?
Space 2?
I think so. I think I sent it to your Twitter, I thought. Or the
Is that one of the covers?
No, one of the the show that's down in Columbus.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You did send me that.
There's that one, and then there's one that's October. It must be the weekend after Fans Fest because it's like October 24th, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in Broadview, Ohio. I still got to send that guy the money for the table, but it's like a small show. It looks like.
That's
like
cool, man.
He's been announcing the people on it, and I'm like, I don't know any of these guys.
And I'm sorry, when is that? One more time?
The 24th.
Oh yeah, of November.
Yeah, or of October.
Oh, of October, the 24th of October. Okay.
Yeah, the one in Broadview. Make sure here.
Trouble is, that's right after For the Fans Fest, and I'm probably not going to be taking off any more time from work.
Oh yeah, you got yeah.
But if you're in town, I'll make time to stop in before my shift or whatever, you know.
Yeah, what is it? Broadview Heights, Ohio. Is that by Columbus?
I don't know. Where's Broadview Heights?
I looked it up and it was like south of Cleveland. I'm like, my sense of direction is like, like that's about it. Yeah, that's south.
Yeah,
of
mine's not the best. Oh, it's 115 miles north of me. Yeah, it's up near Cleveland.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, nowhere near me at all.
Yeah. Then the Space 2 is the one that's October or November.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that's
Hold on. November 14th. That's what the one in Columbus is. November 14th. It says this one is in Hilliard, Ohio.
Hilliard is much closer to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. At the
That
McCoy. The McCoy in Hilliard. Oh, okay. Cool. I was just looking at this the other day.
Like after I finish this Punisher, that's when I'll go ahead and call it. That'll be a solid 3-hour power lunch.
Yeah, so the one down in Columbus, this one on November 14th. I think it's probably like me and my buddy Anthony will come. Get a hotel. That's what I'm saying. Like if you want, you're welcome to like come and crash the table. If you want to get your own table, that's cool. If you just want to play.
I'd probably just come and be a participant, be like a guest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this.
Should the Punisher be looking up at the Hulk? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be.
At first, I was gonna have him like looking down the sights, but he's pretty
almost
close.
looks like you're making the explosion coming out of his gun, like the gunfire, almost looks like the way like Dale Keown signs his name.
Oh, does he sign it like that? Oh, like a K, like that?
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to think because the whenever like an M16 fires, it's always like a star that comes out of the thing at the end, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's got the holes where they are.
Yeah. Well, his is like he'll put like DK, but it'll look like that. Like the D will be like the point on the D will be the middle on the left side of that.
Yeah.
It's
kind of apt for a Hulk drawing.
Exactly. Like Keown is definitely just the best Hulk drawer. I mean, that was. I always liked the Hulk from the shows and everything, but then when I got into the comics, was when, that's when like Keown was doing it, and that was when Image was starting. It was like, if you found like another artist, like, oh man, check out this guy I found. He draws the Hulk. Look at this, it's awesome. Like that was
Right.
That was the thing back in the day, man. Look at this guy. He's drawing the New Mutants. He came with this guy called Cable, Deadpool. It's crazy. That was the,
The Liefeld, that 90s era.
Mm-hmm. The same with, with McFarlane, it was the same thing, like that was, he was like a self-taught artist that like didn't draw like other people. Everyone would make fun of he drew Spider-Man, but that was the jam,
It became iconic.
I'm just gonna be drawing all day. I'll probably do like a stream later on myself. Also, it's gonna be interesting because I got Restream instead of StreamYard.
Yeah, same.
So I'm not sure. I haven't done like a restream with like a bunch of people. Well, you were on it the other day,
Mm-hmm.
but trying to do all the bumpers and stuff like that, the little other side stuff. We'll see. I
Running a show.
Yeah, I don't. That's I'm not sure if I can make with StreamYard. I made Brett was like the other like co-host or whatever, so he could like pull stuff up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure how to do that with StreamYard yet. So I assume it has something like that, but I don't know. But I mean, it was like it. You know, what I'm saying, like the StreamYard would have been like $460 for another year, and it's not the channel's not monetized, so I don't make any make any tips to counterbalance that the cost. So much less for StreamYard was the obvious choice. Other thing, what's the temperature like down in Columbus there?
Oh, it's not bad.
It is like right up on the lake. So once it gets good and well into summer, it's just like soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Dude, I'll be on. I'll hop on if I'm around. Subjugates. I work at 6:30 today. I gotta leave so I got a good 4 hours. You know,
oh yeah. Yeah.
this is a nice little
Shit.
warm up. You know, start working on Revenant Steel again here in a second.
Yeah, I started. I started calling your page you had sent too, like the one you had
Oh,
done.
cool. Nice.
I just started to try to do a little bit of highlights and shadows on her, but yeah.
Very good. Nice and sexy. Fat pig.
Man, hell yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like working on this morning. I was like, I gotta get more of these pages inked,
Mhm.
color, put them on the thing, finish the commercial. That's the other thing is finish the commercial. Like it's I see. All this even to show up.
All right, man. Should I push for another 8 minutes and just see what else I can do to this thing? Or should we just go ahead and call it now?
I'm fine with either way. I gotta get up and
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody, to the Power Lunch. We're going to keep doing this every week, hopefully, without fail. Look at that. Look at that.
oh, that hair.
Oh, that hair. The look on her face. Dude, she's just ready for you to take advantage. You know?
Put like a whole little cityscape behind her,
Mm-hmm.
kicking as she's trying to climb over the side of a building.
Mm-hmm. Have somebody in a window or something looking up.
I did this. I'm really happy with this. This is like the bridge of a spaceship.
Okay.
Pretty happy with that. Got a little chair, captain's chair.
Very extravagant, very what's the word I'm looking for that chair?
Like an old wooden.
It's got the claw feet, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the kind of spaceship I want.
Cozy. It's a very cozy chair.
Exactly. If you're gonna be going across the cosmos, you gotta be comfortable. You have to be comfortable.
Excellent. Well, once again, thanks for tuning in. Thank you to Young Klippa for showing up, hanging out. Dr. Ben, always a pleasure. I'm going to see you tomorrow night for Goth Night and maybe later on Subjugate's channel. And yeah, have a good one. Keep an eye out for Revenant Steel and come see us all at For the Fans Fest, October 16th in Atlantic City at Haraz Resort. It's going to be an amazing time. Take care.